Mr. O'Brien, transport him directly to the bridge.
Aye, sir. Energizing.
Security team to the bridge. Belay that order, Lieutenant.
I just wanted to thank you all for your support. It's been fun.
From the StreamYard Studios on YouTube, this is Jeopnerdy. And here's your host, John DeMarco.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Jeopardy! We're glad you're here, and with us, as always, is our co-host, Professor Brainy Specs.
Hello, John. Welcome, everyone. It's good to see everyone.
Good to see you. Glad you're here. I'll say a quick
Glad
hello.
you're here. And I want to say hello to Anna. I love you, sweetie.
And yes, glad to see you, Anna, and all the rest of you in the audience. I'll say a quick hello, and then we'll bring up our contestants for round one. I want to say hello to Patrick. He was told by Starfleet Security to report here for basic training, so I think he's in the correct place. Thomas wants to know if either of us can make water out of thin air, and that's possible. Well, maybe we'll find that out later on. Greetings also to Scott Rick. Good to see you, sir. Welcome again to Anna. Nice of you to drop by. Greetings to Brad Wolf. Always good to see you, sir. Welcome also to Gap After Dark. Nice of you to drop by. Let's say hello to Trackmaster Mike, who I believe is our returning champion from last week. Glad you could be here. I believe brings us up to date for the time being. Oh, hello also to Planet X. And notice you joining there in the chat. Glad you can make it. We got some messages from Omni a little bit earlier. He's being held up, more damage control at Paramount. So perhaps he'll be joining us later on.
Same old story.
Indeed. Greetings also to Squirrel Girl. Nice for you to be here. So welcome up our returning champion Mike in his first two challenges for round one. However, there are still spots available for the later rounds. So if you'd like to join us, you can go ahead and click on that link at the top of the chat. So let's see. Greetings to Mike, to Patrick, and to the Harada.
Hello.
You change your fall.
You honor me with your plaid tonight.
Now, Patrick, in which movie do they say you change for?
That is First Contact.
Ah, okay, good. Very good. Correct.
I will be consistent in inconsistent. Consistently inconsistent.
That's my motto. Consistently what we do here.
Exactly.
And welcome, Mercer. Good to see you.
Welcome, Mercer.
Hi, Mercer.
So yeah, good to be here. It's another Saturday. Technically.
Indeed it is.
So
Well,
wondering.
it is for most of us, I think.
Yeah, well, I haven't slept, so Sunday doesn't count yet.
Oh, Brad's right. Yeah, it was actually from Second Contact. He's right. That's right.
Second Contact.
Okay.
Second First Contact.
Yeah.
I'm very, very looking forward to which questions John will have made for this week.
Well, we have an idea of some of them, those of us who did our studying.
Yeah, I did, but I did find some peculiar things during the study.
Such
as that John did specifically say that that the episodes were in airing order. And something tells me that will be of importance.
A distinct
Stroking his beard dustly.
Respect it.
As long as not reversed alphabetical order, I will be hopefully good.
I think that's a different show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show doesn't exist anymore, luckily.
Darn.
Luckily.
Very luckily.
What do you mean?
It was very controversial, even more so than Janeway.
What?
How could it be more? Did you execute a
Janeway
member of your crew?
controversial?
Like,
What?
Hmm?
did you
I don't know
execute
what
a
you're
member
talking
of your crew? Did your future self violate the temporal prime directive? How could it be more controversial than Janeway? I'm very confused.
What?
What?
What are
Indeed.
you talking about, Mike?
Best captain ever.
He didn't
Exactly.
execute a member of his crew.
We're not
He didn't
talking about
violate
Cisco.
the temporal prime directive.
It's a good second.
I concur, Patrick. I concur.
Although for wartime, yeah, Cisco is very good.
Can't argue with that.
He gets it done.
No, that's a different captain.
That's
played by
a
Ronnie
different
Cox.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but he knows how Cisco works.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
Bunny, you're quiet. Speak. Say something.
Come on, Harada.
No one has properly greeted me yet. We
We are not
await
doing
your
that.
greeting.
I said
am
you change
so
your fall,
sorry.
and I know that it's more my greeting, but Universal Translator should have taken care of that towards you.
We eat those disgusting fish people.
Handsome race.
Perhaps we should start the game.
It's a good idea, I
do
think.
They
Yeah.
offend us.
Well, you be offended. So, without further ado, let's play Jeopardy.
The weakest link.
Our first category for this evening is first middle blank. Who will be providing a last name.
Okay.
Next, we have
Okay.
Hikaru Sulu.
Nope.
I usually appreciate that one, Cinnabon.
Sub someone in.
Next, we have for our visual category, Quantum Torpedoes. I want you to identify the episode of the movie.
Okay.
Next, we have guest Galaxy-class ships. In this case, I provide you the name of an episode. I want you to tell me which Galaxy-class ship appeared in that episode.
Ooh, that'll be fun. Okay.
Oh man.
And then we have Klingon quotes, and I want you to tell me who said it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm out on that one.
Okay.
All right, Mike. Welcome
Hey,
to the
Eric.
show. Returning champion, you get to go first.
Let's do the quantum torpedoes category for 600, please. What is?
It's a visual. Darn it.
Shoot. What is Valiant?
That is correct.
Yes. Okay.
Darn it. Well done.
You're set to pounce, weren't you, Patrick?
Yeah, I first I don't know that one, and then oh wait, that's Valiant. Yeah, of course. But Mike's is a good player.
Perhaps you'll get this one. Welcome, Patrick. It's your turn.
Thank you. Let's try first middle blank for 600.
Ian Andrew blank.
Who is Troy?
That's right.
Very nice.
Well done.
The child.
Welcome, Harada. It's your turn.
Give me hope, Gerada.
quantum torpedoes for 800.
Ooh.
Okay.
Every shot in DS9 in season 6 and 7. I don't know. Pass.
All right. Mike.
What is for the uniform?
That's the
Darn
one.
it! Darn it!
One of my favorite episodes.
Exactly.
All right, Chavez, I'll give you what you want. Me.
Well done, Mike. And it is your turn.
Let's do quantum torpedoes for 1,000.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Indeed, Planet X. Indeed.
Don't know if I know that one. I don't feel confident enough to guess. I'll pass.
All right. Patrick.
Yeah, pass.
Oh, okay. Harada.
That is
Hard.
something I don't know. Pass.
That was the very first appearance of quantum torpedoes in the episode Defiant.
Oh, that's
Hey.
the Thomas Riker one. Okay.
Hey.
Huh.
All right. Patrick, we're back to you.
Yep. Let's try quantum torpedoes for 400. Please. What is Tears of the Prophets? I
That's
hope.
correct. Yep.
Phew.
Nice.
Well done.
Thank you.
All right, Harada. Can you get on the board here? It's your turn.
That's kind of rude, but first middle for 1,000.
John Mark Blank.
Pass.
Mike.
I believe that is who is John Mark Kelly.
You would be correct.
Nice.
Well done.
Well done.
Yep. One small step for Mike.
And
One
it's your
giant leap
turn,
for his
Mike.
points.
You have the lead, Mike. It's your turn.
Let's do Galaxy class ships for 600.
Contagion.
What is the Yamato?
That's right.
Hold up a nice lead there, Mike, but it's Patrick's turn.
First middle blank for 800, please.
John Frederick Blank.
Who is Paxton? Paxton.
Right.
Excellent
Well done.
episode.
All right, Harada. Perhaps you'll get on the board this time. It's your turn.
I don't think the extra commentary is really necessary, but we'll take Galaxy for 800.
Timeless.
What is the Challenger?
Very good.
Mhm.
And you're on the board.
Nicely done, Harada.
All right, that's
Wow.
a little patronizing.
Welcome back.
Mike, it's your turn.
Let's
Don't tell
do
me.
Galaxy for 1,000.
Harada, don't tell me how to commentate.
The Way of the Warrior.
Ooh. What's the ship? Oh, I remember this because I had a millionaire question about it. What is the Venture?
There you go.
Yeah, I'm dumb. Okay.
Shoot.
Well done.
Shoot
Well
the
done.
kill. And he fires
Patrick,
and he
it's-
scores.
It's your turn.
Yeah. Let's try. Yeah, let's try. Let's try Hikaru Sulu for 800. Why not?
Yeah.
During the initial landing party to Beta 3, Sulu and this officer became one with the body.
Ugh. What was it? That's not ringing any bells. Pass.
Harada.
Who's McCoy?
Sorry, who was it?
McCoy?
That is incorrect, unfortunately.
Mike.
I do not know. Pass.
It was Lieutenant O'Neill with one L.
With one L. Nice.
Respect.
Yep. He has no
Harada.
sense of humor.
None at
Exactly.
all.
Harada.
Ah,
turn.
Galaxy for 400.
You got it.
The Jeopnerdy.
What is the Odyssey?
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Nicely done.
Rip.
Harada. Mike.
Let's try Hikaru Sulu for 600.
Back in his academy days, Sulu flew something similar to this model of helicopter.
What is a Huey 204?
You got it.
Wow, including model number. Wow. Oh, and it was also okay. Never mind.
What? Huh?
I would have just said Huey, and that would
Oh.
have been incomplete. So never mind.
I don't know. I don't know what John would have done there.
Because I was looking for the number in that case.
Yeah, see.
Okay. Patrick, it is your turn.
First middle blank for 400, please.
Got it.
Thomas Eugene Blank.
Who is Paris?
Right.
The man, not the city.
Paris.
Well done. Harada. Back to you.
Let's go with the fake Yamato for 200.
Fake Yamato. Yeah.
Excuse me?
Galaxies for 200.
Oh, you included an extra S there.
Emissary.
Oh, boo. The Enterprise. What is the Enterprise?
Very good.
He was a guest
Well
ship
done.
there. Yeah.
Ervik says my volume is low. Okay.
We can
Maybe
hear
I'm
you.
speaking.
It is a little
Maybe
bit, but we can hear you. I can hear you fine.
Okay, maybe I'm speaking a little low. I will try to raise my voice a little. Ervik. Mike. It's your turn.
Let's.
Did I say something funny?
Yeah.
400. Hikaru Sulu.
Sulu compared the growth of this man's abilities to having a penny and doubling it every day until you're a millionaire.
Shoot, why am I brain farting? Who's Gary Mitchell? Why was I brain
There you
farting?
go.
Yeah. I was like, why am I brain
course.
farting on this?
Well done. Patrick. It's your turn.
Indeed. Let's finish out the first middle blank for 200, please.
Got it.
William Thomas Blank.
Who is Riker?
Very good.
Stryker? No, Riker.
Harada.
Take the Klingot quotes for 600.
I'll give you Klingon quotes.
Big money.
All right.
Ooh,
You found the Daily Double, Harada. You have
1,999.
You have 2,000 points.
1,999.
You are 6,200 off the lead. You can bet up to 2,000. How much would you like to wager?
Let me think about that for a minute.
You do that. Time's up. You need to tell me.
1,999.
You got it.
Courage comes in all sizes, but don't tempt fate.
Oh crap! He was talking to Nog. Who is Martok?
Very good.
Very good. Well done, Harada. Mike, it's your turn.
What do I want to do? Let's do Klingon quotes 800.
And you volunteer to join him. That is loyalty.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh, who's gang? Who's gang?
That's right.
Yes.
Just in time.
Very good.
Ooh.
Patrick.
Hot darn. Well, same category, 4,000 then. Why not?
The infamous Worf, son of Moog. What is that you are wearing? That is the uniform of a Klingon.
Oh crap! Who was Lark?
That's right.
Very nice.
Oh, almost blanked. Almost.
Very good.
all around us as our mind.
Exactly.
Got a
Love that
good one
episode.
here, Barn Burner.
Very good.
Redemption.
Harada, your turn.
Wow, I feel like we have to unfortunately. Nope, I refuse. Klingon quotes for 400.
I do not hear the words of traitors.
Who is Crazy Eyes Galron?
That is correct.
Mr. Crazy Eyes.
Well done, Mike.
Let's do it. Hikaru Sula for 1,000.
Oh, you can have it.
After Sulu, Spock, and Uhura were captured by members of this species, the helmsman recognized the device immobilizing them as a police web.
Pass. No idea.
Patrick.
Shoot. I know it's from the slaver weapon, but no, pass.
Harada.
Nope, pass. Animated series, right?
Yeah, just like Spot, their first warriors, the Kazinti.
Kazinti, yeah.
Indeed.
Couldn't catch the species name in time.
All right, Patrick, we have 3 200 categories left. Which one would you like?
Huh. Let's do quantum torpedoes. Please. Mm-hmm. What is Star Trek First Contact?
Insurrection.
Are you sure
Yeah,
that's
I know.
instruction?
I wanted to say it, but no, I need the points.
There you go.
Harada.
Quotes.
New cities, homes in the country, your women at your side, children playing at your feet, and overhead, fluttering in the breeze, the flag of the Federation. Charming.
I'm blanking as who's Krug?
There you go.
Well
Who is-
done.
Who is Dr. Brown?
Great Scott.
Maltz.
Mike, you get the final clue.
The first on-screen mention of Sulu's first name was in this film.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It can't be this easy, could it? Is it? What is Star Trek 6?
That is correct.
Wow.
It is that
Okay.
easy.
Okay.
Start date 9521.6.
Oh, shoot. Go back.
All right, let's get the link to Cosmo to Just Buzz in, excuse me, in the private chat.
Respect it.
Go ahead to find on Jeopnerdy. Consider how much you'd like to wager based upon this category.
The Starship Registries.
Ooh.
And welcome, Trek Reviewer.
Greetings.
6109. Yeah. Let's do that one.
That. Okay.
Buzz, buzz, buzz.
And let's reveal our clue.
Around the time of Kirk's court-martial, one of the registries on the Starbase 11 repair chart seems to be NCC 1864, which we learned much later was assigned to this starship.
Players, you have 30 seconds. Kapla.
What's the USS Portos? No, that's called the USS Cheese.
And did you
I forgot
buzz?
no, I forgot. You had to do that. Not used to this new buzzer.
It's a little different, yes. I will forgive this time, Harada.
But not forget.
Let's find out who our
Glory
victor
to you.
is. Harada, you had 5,199 points entering final Jeopnerdy. What was your response to the clue?
Is this Reliant Rajula? Well, you added some extra stuff on the end, but I'll go ahead and give it to you.
Well done. How much was your wager? All but one of your points, almost doubling your score. You have 10,397. That's impressive, Harada. Patrick, you're in second place at 7,200 points. What was your response?
Is this Reliant? Good game. Thank you. And that is correct. Nicely done.
Awesome.
What is
How
the
much
USS 36109?
What was your wager? You did bet it all. Doubling your score, 14,400 points. Very good.
Thank you.
You are the lead. Mike, you had the lead at 10,200 points. Your response was?
Reliant. Nicely done.
And your wager, sir. 4,201 points, giving you 14,401 points. And by a point, Mike is still the champion.
Classic Omni. Only it's Mike.
You trained me well in the dark arts.
Yeah, he did. Nicely done.
Indeed.
Very nicely done.
But just as you're saying that Omni appears in the chat.
Yeah, I saw that. But I did find it funny that when I was contemplating if I wanted to bet at all, I was going with 36109. And then you get that question.
Debated like low wagering, knowing Patrick would go all in. I'm glad I did.
Not always.
No, but I suspected you would. I had a feeling you would. I debated wagering low, like only 100, thinking it could be literally anything. But
yeah, registries can be a tough one. But
yeah,
Yeah.
The only reason I decided not to is because, unless I'm wrong, there aren't exactly a lot of Starship registries in Enterprise. So I was like, the odds of this being an Enterprise question are very slim, I think.
Yep.
So.
But you are correct. When I'm in the lead, then I don't always do every all in. But if I'm second or third, then well, why not? Just do it. So yeah, but you beat me, as it should.
As it should.
As it should.
I almost forgot Gary Mitchell. Okay. I don't know if this was deserved or not.
Almost, but you
did
did very
remember.
well. You did very well on the on the torpedoes, which I completely did misjudge in what was relevant for those questions.
Yeah.
In round,
I didn't
one.
even notice the chronology thing in the description. I did. The fact that it kept hopping around, I was like, this is going to be a visual category, I think. Or here's a quote. What episode was it in? Was it from?
First, I was contemplating maybe Who Fired, but nah, it was too much Cisco anyway. So I think nah. But the wording in the description in order.
Enough different people said the word quantum torpedoes in dialogue. I thought it was going to be, here's a quote. Who said it? Or here's a quote. What episode?
Just keep it in mind, because I think it will be returning in round number 2.
There's a distinct possibility as well.
Okay. Hold on.
And for me, it doesn't matter anymore, but for you, it does.
Interesting. I think Gary Mitchell was more powerful, but that's just me. Planet X.
Yeah, I'm glad that you had that one. Otherwise, I would have said Apollo, and that was just wrong.
No, I knew immediately it was Gary Mitchell, but I was blanking on his name. I'm like, where no one has gone before. Let's try to get there.
Yeah, I had that with Kazinti. Yes, that's the episode. Yeah, I know, but that's not the question.
Omni, I don't believe you.
What's Omni saying? Oh,
you said that.
Yeah, right.
They, the board, assimilated the Vorlons recently.
Nah, lies. Indeed. So, yeah.
Well, thanks for playing, guys, in round 1.
Thanks. I will be backstage.
Sounds good.
Thank you for humiliating me. This is a new dawn has not been created between our two peoples. And I'll see you in 20 years.
Step on it.
Step on
it. And I look forward to our dance later this evening.
Well, for round 2, let's welcome one of our challengers, Justice for Tuvix. Love that name, by the way. And Director Krennic.
Director Orson Krennic.
Hello.
Hello there.
I've been partaking in alcoholic beverages tonight, so I'm a little bit. And I was up all night last night, so I'm very tired and very buzzed.
Ooh. Okay.
I seem to remember the last time you did that, you won.
I might do well tonight, but I'll do my best. My brother was just here. He just left.
Improves your Jeopnerdy performance by a factor of 10.
It could, just like Scotty's overestimate over his miracle worker estimates.
Mm-hmm.
But my brother was just here and he left, so just in time.
Okay.
My brother lives in Buffalo, so it was a 5-hour drive for him to get here.
Wow.
No, he just left. He's staying at my stepdad's and he'll be leaving to go back to New York tomorrow.
Omni says that you're unaware of the existence of synthahol.
Well, my brother treated, so I'm going to, and this is the last day I get to drink before my procedure.
Gotcha.
Because my procedure is in like 9 days or something. So
Okay.
after that time, it might be. I'll try to be listening in the first couple of sessions, but I don't know if I'll be able to play or not. I hope to be, but
Well,
don't know.
I understand.
Don't
But
push
what I
yourself.
did was
but if you're always welcome.
I set up my computer next to the bed. I set up a different computer next to the bed, so I'll be able to tune into these games at least to watch, or like movies or these game shows. At least watch.
Brad wishes safe travels to your brother.
Yes.
Oh,
indeed.
thank you.
Ditto.
Thank you.
Mhm.
That's nice of you. He came up to help me with preparations for my surgery, in terms of getting the place ready.
Gotcha.
Good
That was
brother.
nice of him.
Yeah, it was super nice of him.
Indeed.
He wanted to help me with some logistical questions, things I didn't think of.
Very good. Well,
And he's a
gentlemen,
Star Trek fan.
Are you ready to play?
He's a big Star Trek fan too. He'd probably bury all you guys if he was playing.
Ooh.
Well, you should
Nice.
invite him.
I was going to say,
Maybe I will.
let him come play.
Maybe I will next time.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's play.
Spin the wheel.
Wrong franchise.
But
Franchise.
you still do the music.
The wheel bullied me last night. I'm mad at the wheel.
I know the feeling.
You know why? You know why the wheel failed you? It's because it was made in a plant in Dakar, Senegal.
No.
There you
watched
go.
the construction.
You know what it is? It's because yesterday was the first wheel game I played since Patrick got 2 Star Trek movies confused. So I think there might have been some rigging going on. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's play Jeopnerdy.
Oh my God, I like your shirt.
Thank you.
Yes, he did. I caught that, Omni.
First blank last.
What?
You're going to provide the middle name. Tom Paris is our next category. For our visuals, we have photon torpedoes. I want you to provide the episode or the movie.
Okay.
Well, those are rarely used.
Then we have guest Nebula class ships. I
Ooh.
want you to name the ship based on the episode, like last time with the Galaxy class.
Okay.
Then we have Cardassian quotes. I want to know who said it.
Before you start, the photon torpedo, is that the same thing that Luke launched to destroy the first Death Star? Or
Yes.
the proton torpedo?
Almost. There's one letter that's different, I think.
Okay, but are they basically the same thing?
Probably.
Yeah. Did Luke steer them so that they went 90 degrees downward to hit that shaft?
He must
He
have.
used the
It was
force.
Force magic.
All right, Mike.
Great movie.
Returning champion again. It's your turn.
Okay. Is photon a visual category again, or do I have to wait and find out?
That's visual, yes.
It is visual. Okay, let's do photon torpedoes 800, please. What is resolutions?
Nicely done.
Nice. Okay.
Is there an S at the end of that?
Yes, there is.
Oh,
Indeed.
wow. Justice for Tuvix. It's your turn. Welcome to the show.
First and last for why not 1,000?
Cassidy blank Yates.
Oh.
Can I pull the audience, please?
No.
Different game.
Can I phone John?
Nope.
Wrong franchise.
Well, then pass.
Director.
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen that episode.
Passing.
Yep, I'm sorry. Pass.
Mike.
Too much.
Pass.
I do not remember her middle name. Pass.
Okay.
Danielle.
Huh.
Sorry for the delayed reaction. I was drinking Pepsi when Jeff asked, "Are you passing?" I was drinking a big swig of
It's
Pepsi.
okay. Welcome, Mr. T.
Greetings.
And Director Krennic.
Let's try. Oh, thank you. Let's try Cardassian quotes for 800.
I tell you, I'm loyal. I believe in the Dominion. No, wait, no.
Okay, the name of that guy was. I know who he is. I think. Who is Bakra?
Afraid not. Sorry.
Mike.
His name.
Can't think of his name. Why can't I think of his name? Oh no, I can't think of his name. I remember this pass. Nope.
Justice for Tuvix.
Who is Legged Broca?
There you go.
That's it. Nice. Very nice.
Yes, as Scott Rick said, Bakra is the Romulan from the enemy.
The enemy. Yeah.
At least I was in the ballpark. I might have hit it to the outfield, but I was still in the ballpark.
It's true.
Yeah, that's why I was questioning. Like, I thought
That's
that was
why
his name.
Like I said, it was a perfectly fair call. I wasn't expecting to get it, but at least I knew that I was on the right track. That's the guy from Total Recall that was playing that part, right?
I don't know.
He was the cab driver. You know, I got 5 kids to feed.
Wow.
You know, why don't you take him to the dentist?
Okay, Mike, it's your turn.
Let's do Galaxy class ships for 800, please, or Nebula class ships. Excuse me, for 800, please.
Got it.
Second Sight.
Second sight. That wouldn't be what is the Sutherland, is it?
It's incorrect, unfortunately.
Tuvix.
Pass.
Director Krennic.
Pass, but I love the way you said that. That's awesome.
That was the Prometheus.
Huh?
Do you talk like that? Do you use that voice when you talk to regular people during the day?
No.
Okay, you should.
Justice, it's your turn.
What's my full name, Jeff? Please say it correctly.
Justice for Janeway.
Not quite.
First, last name for 200. Or whatever the category's called.
James Blank Kirk.
What is Tiberius?
Nicely done.
Very good. You got the lead.
How many points was that one worth?
200.
Okay.
Director Krennic.
I'll try Cardassian quotes for 600 million, please.
I'll give you 600 here.
Okay.
I can see that Garrick hasn't changed a bit. Never tell the truth when a lie will do.
Oh, that's one of my favorite episodes. Who is Anabrin Tain, played by the great Paul Dooley?
That's it.
Who did?
I love that
Very good.
scene. I love that scene so much.
Awesome. Mike, it's your turn.
Well, let's go to photon torpedoes for 600, please. What is the Survivors?
That is correct.
Is it my imagination, or does that thing look a lot meaner this time?
Indeed.
A distinct possibility. All right, Janeway, Justice, whatever.
Does that make me a geek that I said that?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I'm very offended you're not calling me by my name, but first,
All right,
last
Thomas.
for 400.
All right,
That's
Thomas.
my name I'm using here.
Which category and amount?
First,
please?
last 400.
You got it.
Harcourt blank mud.
What is Fenton?
That's right.
Harcourt.
Justice for two.
Hardcore Fenton Mud.
Director Krennic.
Let's do 1,000 for Cardassians, please.
You have very steady hands.
Trying to remember. I want to pass.
Mike?
I think I know what episode this is from, but I don't know who said it. Pass.
Justice for Tuvix.
Pass.
Is that the Quark's Cardassian girlfriend?
No. Her name was Galore Rajal. She was the one who from Destiny. Who,
Yeah, Destiny. Yeah, that was a great. By the way, how awesome was that episode in terms of coming up with an original idea that has never been done before?
It was a good one.
That was a really unique episode.
I like that episode a lot. All right, Mike, it's back to you.
Let's do Nebula class ships for 1,000.
Explorers.
I don't know which one that was. Pass.
Justice for Tuvix.
Pass.
Director Krennic.
I'm pressed for time, so I'm going to pass.
That was a Lexington.
Dr.
Lenz.
Okay.
Justice for Tuvix, it's your turn, sir.
First, last for 600.
Pavel blank Chekhov.
Pass.
Director Krennic.
I don't remember it. Pass.
Mike?
What is Andrevich?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Nice. Very good. Director, it's your turn.
Let's do Cardassian quotes for 400.
If we stand together, nothing can oppose us. Freedom is ours for the taking.
That sounds so cliche. I'm going to pass because it doesn't sound like a Cardassian.
Mike.
Who is Damar?
That's correct.
Yeah.
What is he, George Washington? Do you think he's George Washington?
Yeah.
In a sense.
All right,
The
Mike.
the Kanar party.
You regain the lead, and it's your turn.
All right. Let's do photon torpedoes 1,000. Oh, that is. Which one is it? What is. What is New Ground?
Unfortunately, that is incorrect.
It's the other one. Okay.
Tuvix.
Pass.
Director.
I don't know. Pass.
Is that cost of living?
Sure was.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Yep.
Justice for Tuvix, you can take the lead.
First, last for 800.
Julian blank Bashir.
Pass.
Director.
Oh, is it my turn? Who is Subatoy?
Very good.
Nice.
Very good. Nice steal. And it's your turn, Director.
Actually, that was mentioned. I don't know if they mentioned it elsewhere, but that was mentioned in the same episode with the Navarrete quote.
Yep.
I don't know if they ever mentioned it anywhere, but I'll go with Cardassian quotes for 200.
A true victory is to make your enemies see they were wrong to oppose you in the first place, to force them to acknowledge your greatness.
See, that sounds like a Cardassian, and in particular, it sounds like who is Gul Dukat.
That's him.
Mm-hmm.
But he had that great line in Total Recall where he's like, they think Quado is George Washington.
All right, I got a very tight game going here. Mike, it's your turn.
Tom Paris 800.
All right, you found the daily double. You are tied for the lead at 2,000, and you can bet up to 2,000.
Let's do it all in.
All right, true daily double, 2,000.
In the Emmy Award-winning Threshold, Paris insisted on piloting the test flight in spite of a slight enzymatic imbalance in this section of his brain.
I believe that was what is his cerebellum.
That would be correct.
Nice.
Nicely done.
Excellent job.
Awesome.
That was a fantastic daily double.
Thank you.
Very good. Justice for 2 weeks.
I know that's probably killing you for saying that. Photon torpedoes for 400.
Hand me my phaser.
What is Paradise Lost?
Nicely done.
Very good.
Man, that shot has so much action in it. I can almost hear the music in that frame.
Yep.
A lot of firepower for an Excelsior class ship.
Indeed.
Sometimes I get the episodes, those back-to-back episodes names mixed up.
Director Klinik.
Let's
It's
do
your turn.
Galaxy Nebula class Galaxy starships for 400.
Okay, I think I know what you want.
Yes.
Redemption, Part 2.
I don't know if I want to risk it. I would think. What is the Sutherland?
That's correct.
There
Very
it is.
good.
Now
Very
it
good.
shows up.
Mike, we're back to you. You have the lead.
Let's do Tom Paris 1,000.
On the holodeck, Paris showed off to the Doctor his recreation of this model of Chevy from 1969.
That was... I think that was, what is a Camaro?
That's correct.
Nice.
Was there still gas in the tank and oil in the crankshaft?
I heard he got it from Omni's car dealership, and the mileage was very low on it too, for some reason.
Did it have an AM distress SOS signal coming out of it?
Maybe.
All right, Tuvix, it's your turn.
Torpedoes for 200. What is Star Trek VI: The Undiscovered Country?
You got it.
Man, you're really putting in the action shots in these torpedo visuals.
They go hand in hand.
Omni says they like to stock valuable low-mileage vehicles for select clientele.
Mm-hmm.
See?
I'll take photon torpedoes for 10,000, please. I know it's not on the board because it's such a big category.
Yeah, sorry, I can't give you that one.
Okay, I'll try Galaxy Nebulas for 600.
All right, Director.
Take me out to the holosuite.
Mm-hmm.
Think of
Good
that.
one.
Think of the name. I haven't seen that episode in 30,000 years. Been a long time. I'm not going to guess. I just can't. I have a guess in mind, but I'm not going to risk it. Pass.
Mike?
What is the Tecumseh?
Very good.
I always think of Tecumseh, and I don't think that John would have given it to me, and he shouldn't have to.
It is based on an oath.
Oh, please do forgive me, Mr. T. I will try to do better. Someone hand me my phaser. Mike, nice steal. It's your turn.
Let's do Tom Paris 6.
Alana was incredulous that Tom would do this when the Delta Flyer was 15 seconds away from a core breach.
I don't know. Pass.
Justice for Tuvix.
Pass.
Director.
I'm going to pass. I have a joke answer, but I'm going to pass.
What's your joke answer?
Give her a kiss, because he would do that. But that's
You're close.
You're close.
Really?
Propose marriage.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, at least I was thinking about the way he is. Interesting.
All right. Justice for Tuvix. It's your turn.
Paris for 200.
To recruit an observer for a mission to the Badlands, Janeway traveled to a penal settlement in this country where Paris was already doing a job for the Federation.
New
Zealand.
Very good.
And you got to have that pause between the job and who it's for.
Exactly.
I'm already doing a job
For the
the Federation. That's got to be a soundbite. You guys got to put that on that list. I'm already doing a job for the Federation.
All right, Director. It's your turn.
Let's do Nebula ships for 200.
The Wounded.
Oh, what is the Phoenix?
That's right.
With
Also
Bob
seen the Phoenix, also seen in Star Trek Insurrection.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is Zephram Cochrane's ship seen in Star Trek Insurrection, the Phoenix.
Oh, now you're confusing me. Now you're just trying to Patrick me. By the way, there's a great line in Andor where they're playing poker with K2SO, and Andor says, "Don't let him droid you," to the other guy they're playing with. I just love that, as if droid is a verb. Don't let him droid you.
Okay, Mike, final clue is yours.
When this twisted madman met his end, or did he? Paris admitted that he would miss him a little.
Who is Chaotica?
That's correct.
I thought it was Tosk.
All right.
I am Tosk.
Link in the private chat again for Just Buzz In. Let's head to final Jeopnerdy. Consider how much you would like to wager based upon this category.
The Cardassian Resistance.
Uh-oh.
And by the way, there's one spot left for our final round. If anyone would like to join us, you can go ahead and click on that link at the top of the chat.
I'll leave this. Someone wants my spot.
Mr. T has a question for you, John.
There's never a single Star Trek Milton question. What gives? And while I'm sure that the adventures of Star Trek Milton are very exciting, they're not official canon, so they're not included. It's the same reason why there's no questions from Strange New Worlds or Discovery.
Mike, I cleared
Doesn't explain why there's no questions from Section 31, though.
Mike, I cleared your... There you go. Okay. Because you just put your name in again.
Oh, sorry. Oops.
That's okay. That's okay. We got it.
Oh, wait, you're betting yourself? Wow, man. That's a bold bet.
If I get it wrong, I am at the whims of whatever you people want to do to me.
Did you hide the plans in the escape pod? Send the detachment down to retrieve them. There'll be no one to stop us this time.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Two idiots just think it was a misfire.
All right. Let's review our clue.
Despite the defeat of the organized resistance, the Cardassian people refused to believe that Damar was dead. Some thought he was plotting a new offensive from this location.
Players, you have 30 seconds. Kapla! Okay.
I may spell the word wrong, but I was moving too fast.
We shall see. Tuvix.
Congratulations, Mike, on your victory.
That is
Let's
not
find out.
necessarily a foregone conclusion.
Director Krennic. You had 2,800 points entering final Jeopnerdy. What was your response to the clue?
What is the secret mountain hideaway? Garrick, didn't know you had one. That's correct. Who's going to surprise you?
Very good.
Yeah. Okay.
And how much did you wager? 2 points. Oops. Went the wrong way. Giving you 2,802 points. Justice for Tuvix. You were in second place, 3,600 points. What was your response to the clue?
The wrong one.
Jeff's library. Yes, unfortunately, that is incorrect.
Sorry. What was your bet amount? You did bet it all, taking you down to 0. Sorry about that, Tuvix. Better luck next time. Mike.
This I don't owe you money.
7,400 points. What was your response to the clue?
Lacarian City? Yes. That's somewhere else that needs justice, but that is incorrect in this case.
Your bet amount, sir. You didn't bet anything, leaving you at 7,400 points, and you are the champion, Mike.
Told you. I should join the Psi Corps. I can predict the future.
I'm glad I got the answer right, at least. Even if I didn't win, I'm glad I got the answer right. I didn't know you had a secret mountain hideaway. Love that. And Mila, I got to tell you, Mila was a great character. She was actually introduced like 3 seasons earlier, but she came in she was really awesome in that last arc.
Yes, she was.
And just that whole conversation in her hideaway, talking about a different hideaway, was really great. I love that old scene where she's, I think it was Damar. He finishes his food. He's like, "Don't take it away yet. I'm going to finish it." A little extra bit of food there. They never really. I think they mentioned Mila quite a bit in the book Stitch in Time, which I have. Did you ever read that?
Yes, I did. It was a good book.
Oh, it's really good. I'm not much into the novels, but that one I made an exception for. And I also bought the audio version, which came out a couple of years ago, that Andrew Robinson read. I don't know if you knew that. You can get it as an audiobook.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that before.
Yeah. Now, I wish he had done it when he was a little younger, because you can hear his voice is a little older, but he's still Garrick. But other than that, it's great. It's, you can get it on Amazon if you're bored. It would be great. A great listen.
Sounds good.
Like fun.
Thank you for letting me play.
Of course.
I don't know if I'm going to stick around for the entire chat later because I'm running on fumes.
Understandable.
GG's, Mercer. It was a good game. You too, Thomas. It was a good game.
Thank you. You guys did great. I'm just glad I got the final question right. I don't usually get those right.
I don't know why I blanked on that. I was thinking,
Well, Carter said he was mentioned while they were in that in their underground bunker. That's where earlier in the series, Ducat took his kid for his birthday to Okarian City.
There's an amusement park there.
He was going to take her there, and then that's when he got called to meet up with Sisko. But then later in the 7th season, the Dominion attacked Okarian City when the Resistance started getting out of hand, and that's what caused a fleet of Cardassians to turn against the Dominion and join the Federation. I think it was Romulans at that time. Was it Romulans? Federation Romulans.
It was all three of them. It was Feds, Romulans, and Klingons that were all there.
Okay, and Klingons. Man, it's been a while since I've watched that. But yeah, it was like they turned and they started fighting the Dominion ships right in the middle of the battle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All three of them were there, but we didn't have a face of the Romulans. The only faces we had were Martok and Ross and
Oh, yeah, that's why I couldn't remember. Yeah, we didn't see. They had three-way calling or something, but they didn't have four-way calling. Interesting. I guess the Romulans. You know, I got to tell you, the Romulan actor that I liked a lot, who's barely in it, was the one that said, "If we attack them now, all we'll do is count our dead." I think it was might have been from Tears of the Prophets.
Yeah, I think so.
That guy, I don't know who he is. He was just an average Romulan, but that's the way I picture Romulans. He just
wasn't he a senator?
No, I think he was just a captain or something, right?
Because I believe doesn't Sisko senator, but we're allies here. And then Mortok goes, "What's good an ally would stab you in the back."
Yeah, but I don't remember I don't remember. You might be right, but I just like that guy. He just looked like a Romulan. You know, he didn't look like, he wasn't like a Vreenak where he was a little exaggerated. He just felt exactly like a typical Romulan. I don't know if you know what I mean by that, but it just the way I always would picture a Romulan. Just all we'll do is count our dead. That's the thing about old Star Trek, is that they did such a good job on casting these character actors to play these parts. Every little part, they found a great actor to play them.
They get some good performances there.
Oh yeah, really. Sometimes it's just for a couple of minutes, but they always found somebody good. And R.I.P. Harris Yulin, who passed away last week, who played Maritza. Played Maritza, and he played the judge in Ghostbusters 2.
Well, thank you guys for playing. I'm going to bring up our contestants for round 3, but of course, you're welcome to hang out backstage if you want.
I'm going to watch for sure, as long as I can stay awake, and then I'm going to go to sleep after this.
Sounds like a plan. Go ahead and put you backstage.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to go there, so you're going to have to do it.
No problem. There we go. So let's welcome up OmniCast, and since we didn't have any new takers, we'll welcome back Patrick for a rematch.
Time to lose. Here we go.
Hello.
Greetings.
So, Patrick, did you watch John's video, the last one, the quantum torpedo video? Did you?
I did.
Okay, good. Just making sure you saw that one.
If you had listened to our first game, then you would have known that.
Yeah, well, I was in and out. You know, I was regenerating. I was regenerating at the time. I was just kind of getting to the end of my cycle, so I'm good now.
Regeneration cycle incomplete.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Brad. I missed your message. Did you want to play in the last round?
Yeah, John, come on up. But Brad, come on up.
If Brad wants to play, then I'll be just in the back, of course, as I had said in the private chat.
Yeah. And it's at the 3-minute mark on John's video, Patrick, in case you're wondering.
I know.
Got it.
I did
just
see
making
it.
sure. Okay. 3:01 to be exact. Let me see here. Yeah.
Oh, you did hear that? Okay. good microphone.
Come up, Brad. You're welcome to join us, Brad.
Yeah, Brad, come on up.
Come on, Brad.
Patrick, so I didn't see your message.
Brad Wolf.
Exactly.
Brad Wolf.
I'm just the interlude. The interlude until you get here.
Interlude.
Okay. Brad's coming up.
Can you play the clarinet? Do something in the meantime?
No, that I can't do.
Echoes of the Void.
Echoes of the Void. Yeah.
Tuvok liked it.
I know. Nah, don't have that one. Oh, my bad. No. I am not the fool you take me for.
I'm not the fool you take me for.
I'm an even bigger one.
Oh. Well, that was unexpected.
But yes, I did see that, Omni.
Just making sure. You have a lot going on. You're a very busy man. I just want to make sure you didn't, didn't breeze right past the, that. That's all.
I'm not that busy. But Brad is here. Welcome, Brad. I will be backstage. And,
hey, Brad. What's up?
Welcome you after.
Just not much. Just rough week at work, so now I'm happy it's
It
over.
happens.
Oh yeah.
Indeed, it happens. I'm sorry you had a rough week.
I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I'm ready to get my butt kicked, but have fun doing it.
You knew a lot of those in the last round, Brad. Come on. I know you did. You were in the chat.
Yep.
I did.
Yeah.
But when I get up here, my brain goes blank.
It changes things.
You know
when you
how
got
it happens.
that timer clicking down on the side of the screen, you see it going. It's
oh yeah.
Yep. It pressure's on. Absolutely.
Yep.
Although Millionaire has the hot seat, the real hot seat, but I mean this is a timed one, so you have to.
True.
Should try the buzzer game sometime.
I mean, we never tried it with the new one.
We haven't. No.
Have you tested it? Have we?
No, we haven't.
With the new, okay.
Should
Maybe
work
we can do
about
that.
the same.
Yeah.
We can lock the buzzers like before.
Same functionality as the old one, pretty much.
Pretty
Okay.
much. Well, gentlemen, are you ready to play?
Let's do it.
Yes.
All right. Let's play. Jeopnerdy.
First category, blank, middle, last. You'll be providing the missing first name.
Okay.
Next, we have Travis Mayweather.
Oh, boy.
Our visual category is phasers. I want you to name the episode or the movie.
Okay.
Then we have guest Excelsior claps ships. I provide the episode, you name the ship. And finally, we have Romulan quotes. You tell me who said it.
Mike, returning champion. You go first, sir.
Phasers 800, please. What is obsession?
That is correct.
Well done. Omni, welcome.
Thank you.
Church.
Let's do blank middle last for 1,000, please.
Oh, good. We got it early on. Good.
Found the daily double. All right, you have no points. You are 1,600 off the lead. You can bet up to 2,000.
Let's do 2,000.
All right.
Blank, Aldrin Shepard.
What is Riley Aldrin Shepard?
Okay, good. Now tell us
Who
the
is?
serial number.
64. I don't know. I don't know what his number is.
69 something.
That's it. 3460.
All right, Sector Brad Wolf, 359. It's your turn.
I'm going to take a shot at Travis Mayweather 200.
Got it.
Travis's old girlfriend, Gannett, was suspected of being part of this xenophobic organization, but she was actually working for Starfleet Intelligence.
Ah, crap. Pass.
Mike?
I mean, I don't know because I don't watch Enterprise, but I'll guess what are those Indy?
That's incorrect.
Okay.
Sorry.
Omni.
What is Terra Prime?
That's it.
I overthought it. Yeah, I'm in my replay of Enterprise, but I haven't gotten there yet. I thought it was, but sorry. Go ahead.
And wow. Okay.
Rigged Aldrin. Good one,
Segments
Patrick.
of
Right.
rigging in the chat.
What else is
All
new?
right. Well, surprised by one of them, but okay. Mike, it's your turn.
What? Let's do phasers 1,000. What is beyond the farthest star?
Most impressive.
Wow.
Nice.
It's the only TAS episode I've seen, so.
Let's
Very
start.
good. Omni, back to you.
Let's do blank middle last for 800, please.
Blank Aloysius O'Brien.
Who is Sean?
That's right. He was a Union man.
Yeah.
Indeed. And you
Nicely
take
done.
the lead, Omni. Brad Wolf.
Travis for 400, please.
All right.
According to Mayweather, every ship had one of these, usually about halfway between the grav generator and the bow plate.
What is the sweet spot?
That is correct.
All right.
That's the one.
All right. On the board, Brad. Very good. Mike, back to you.
Phaser 6. What is conundrum?
Yep, that's too easy.
Very good. Omni, back to you, sir.
Let's do blank middle last for 600.
Blank Thomas Riley.
Is it Kevin? Riley? I think it's Kevin. Who is Kevin?
That's the one.
Overthinking it.
Got a tight race at the top. Sector Brad Wolf 359. It's your turn.
Travis for 600, please.
Mayweather had been fascinated by this early colony since he was a kid.
What is Terra Nova?
That's correct. Very good.
Well done.
Thank you.
And Mike, back to you, sir.
Excelsior 800, please.
The Child.
That's Pulaski's ship, and why don't I remember it? Oh, God. I don't remember what ship she came over from. Pass.
Omni.
That's the USS Repulse. What is?
Yep, that's it. Yep.
Yeah.
Good steal. And it's your turn, Omni.
Let's take Excelsior class for 1,000.
The Pegasus.
Something crazy horse. Who was? I'll just say it. What is the crazy horse?
That would be correct. Very
Okay.
good.
Nicely done.
Indeed.
Just go what comes into your head first. That's it.
Well, what first came into my head was good episode, but
Yes.
okay. Travis for 800, please.
You got it, Brad.
Thank you.
Mayweather was born on the horizon, halfway between this planet and Vega Colony.
I'm gonna pass.
Mike?
No idea. Pass.
Omni.
I'm going to pass too, but I'll take a guess if I can.
Okay.
Is it Dralax? He's always talking about Dralax.
It is Dralax.
Yeah. Okay.
Indeed.
Okay.
wasn't
Overthought
sure.
it again. Yep.
Mike.
Let's do Romulan quotes for 600.
My people have a reputation for arrogance. I'm afraid it's well earned.
I don't know. Pass.
Omni.
I believe that's Senator Kretak, the first one.
That's right.
Who is?
Indeed. Very good.
Okay.
And Omni, you got an impressive lead. It's your turn.
Let's do Romulan quotes for 1,000.
Otherwise, they'll make someone pay for this failure. And I promise you, it won't be me. Jolan True, Admiral.
Won't be me. Jolan True Admiral. I don't remember that one. Oh, I think I don't remember. I don't remember his name. Pass.
Brad Wolf.
Pass as well.
Mike.
I don't know. Pass.
It's the guy talking to Valdor, but I don't remember his name.
His name was Senator Vrax.
Vrax.
Vrax. Okay.
Brad Wolf, it's your turn.
I'm gonna take a shot at the names for 400, please.
Blank Samuel Kirk.
What is George?
That's correct.
Well done. Mike, it's your turn, sir.
Romulan quotes 800.
No one should decide to die. Decide quickly to die, Captain. We give you one of your hours.
Who's Sub Commander Tall?
Very good.
Very good. Well done. Omni, it's your turn.
Let's do Travis Mayweather for 1,000.
With Duras in pursuit, Mayweather pulls off this maneuver to position Enterprise astern of the bird of prey.
Oh, I don't know what he called it. Pass.
Brad Wolf.
I just watched this episode last weekend, but I can't remember. Pass.
Mike.
Pass.
It's a very
Z
catchy
roll
name.
or something. What is it?
Is it L4?
L4. Yeah,
L4. Yep.
Loop-de-loop. That's right. That's the Dutch. That's what L stands for. Okay, got it. Loop-de-loop.
Well, it wasn't the barrel roll, so couldn't remember. Okay, names for 200, please.
You got it, Brad.
Blank Noonien Singh.
What was Khan Noonien Singh?
That's right.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Mike.
Excelsior 600.
Chain of Command, Part 1.
What is the Cairo?
That's right.
Game tightening up a bit. Omni, it's your turn. Still have the lead, though.
Let's do Excelsior for 4.
Paradise Lost.
That would be what is the USS Lakota?
Indeed. Very good.
We just saw it in the last game. It made me think about it.
Well done. Brad Wolf.
Let's just kill this category. The 200, please.
Flashback.
I should know this, but I'm blanking. Pass.
Mike?
What is the Excelsior itself?
There you go.
Yep.
Very good. And it's your turn,
Nice.
Mike.
Phaser's 400. What is the... Oh, wait a minute. Okay. What is the Tholian web?
That's incorrect, unfortunately.
No.
Omni.
What is in a mirror darkly?
That's it.
Part 2. There you go.
Nice.
Clue that it was not the Tholian web, it was in a widescreen format.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Omni.
Let's do Romulan quotes for 4, please.
She will grow up believing that her father is a traitor, but she will grow up.
That would be, who is Admiral Jarak?
Indeed. Very good.
Or Subcommander Seatal, if you prefer.
Another good episode.
Sub-Lieutenant
All right.
Seatal, excuse me.
All right, Brad Wolf, which 200 would you like?
I'm going to go with firing me phasers.
Bigger? What is it?
Star Trek II Wrath of Khan.
What is? There you go.
Nice.
Very good. And Mike, you get the final clue.
Right.
So, Captain, how long should we stare at each other across the neutral zone?
Who is Tomalak?
Very good.
You sure it wasn't Jakar?
Yes.
Was that Ambassador Tomalak?
Yeah. Yes. It is
Okay, got it.
Tomalak.
Thank you.
Okay. There was hopelessly in love Tomalak.
All right. Private chat. Again, link for Just Buzz In. Mike, you dropped out, so you'll need to come back in.
Yeah.
Drop out.
Let's head to Final Jeopnerdy. Consider how much you'd like to wager based upon this category.
Arcanus.
Uh-oh.
Could you remind me how much points I have?
You have 3,600, Brad. Mike
thank
has
you.
Mike
Sorry.
has 7,600, and Omni has 10,400.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Waiting on you, Omni.
Oh, I forgot to hit the button. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Thank you. All right. Let's find out what the clue is.
Dr. Calandra's husband was the science officer of this starship that was helping to head up the counterattack on the Arcanus sector.
Players, you have 30 seconds. Kapla! Sorry, it's just taking me a little bit longer this time. Let's find out who our champion is. Brad Wolf, you had 3,600 points entering final. Jeopnerdy, what was your response to the clue?
It was the sacrificial ram. All right.
Brad, you did good. You did so good.
You did very well.
Yeah, seriously.
No, I agree. Yeah,
This is good score.
It's a good answer, but it's not the correct one, unfortunately.
Oh,
Sorry
darn.
about that. What was your bet?
Only
600.
Okay.
Taking you down to 3,000. Maybe that'll pay off.
Yeah, you never know.
We shall see. Mike, you were in second place at 7,600. Your reply was?
And I don't know. That's
don't
unfortunate.
know.
And your bet amount?
You know what's more unfortunate than not knowing? Not knowing
Oh.
going all in.
You put it all
Well,
your
you
money
put your
in.
money where your mouth was, but unfortunately, neither were in the right spot.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, that takes you down to 0.
Yep.
Omni, you have the lead at 10,400 points. Your response was?
This is the Tecumseh. Yeah, there you go. Very good.
Nicely done.
Very good. And your wager was 4,801 points, giving you 15,201 points. And Omni, welcome back. You are the champion.
Thank you. Good game.
Congratulations. I'm again, John, every week I am impressed with your varying categories. You just knock it out of the park each week.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it was good. Really good. The visuals were interesting. And
Thomas is frigged. You added words.
it's called a joke,
Omni.
sarcasm, irony. I know it goes over your head, Thomas. I get it. I'm sorry. It's adult humor. I'm sorry about that. I'll try to dumb it down next time for you. Squirrel, you should have been up here. You promised or a promise was made for you. I shouldn't say I spoke to you. You were spoken for. You were going to be here. Maybe next week.
We'd love to have you play.
Seriously.
Squirrel.
Indeed, we would, if you wish.
I'm sure you do better than you might think.
I know I did better than I was expecting this time, but
you did very well.
Right, that was a great impressive score. I mean,
I'm quite happy with how it turned out. Yeah,
this is high level. This is not easy to survive on these boards. I mean,
nope.
Very impressive.
Yeah. I really felt better on game 2. I wish I was in that one. Those questions, I was like, I knew every one of them almost. I was like, it's funny how the boards work. Sometimes they work against you.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Sure.
You know.
As if you had trouble on game number 3.
No, but you never know. You know. You never. Sometimes you get some categories it just isn't your strong suit. You don't know them.
Exactly.
True.
You all have our little weak spots, or blind spots, whatever you want to call them.
Mm-hmm.
And John loves to exploit them.
He does, but he did not get me with TAS today. No, sir.
That was so impressive. John, was there a phaser video I missed? I mean, you knew all of those. I was so impressed. I didn't know that.
I haven't done a phaser video recently. But
the only TAS episode I've seen, and I've seen it a lot because we had it. My dad taped it on a VHS for me when I was a kid, so I've watched that one a lot. So if I didn't know that one, there would have been a problem.
So that is a particular TAS episode you remembered more.
It's the only one I've seen, but I've seen it about 50 bajillion times. So
that makes good. It's a $1,000 question. It worked out well. That's the one you knew.
I have only one problem with one of the questions.
Oh.
Controversy box?
Controversy?
Well, no, not really controversy, but the sweet spot? Spot was not sweet. Spot was vicious.
Got it.
Well,
you have a point.
Data thought he was sweet, or she was sweet, depending on the episode.
She was sweet.
Different spot.
Wasn't she a fierce warrior, too, at one point?
He was a fierce warrior.
He was. I'm sorry. Yes.
And he was a fierce warrior. Yeah.
Can I ask a question about that? The sweet spot. Is it similar to the location on the Enterprise D, where Picard and I forget her name.
Darren, Lieutenant Darren, Commander Darren.
they played. They found an acoustic, an area where they played the music.
Yes.
No,
Similar.
They floated upside down playing the flute and piano. They went.
Oh, okay. I guess I forgot that.
I'm not
But
saying
yeah,
they
it
were
was.
upside down, but I'm saying is it basically the same idea, even though they weren't upside down?
No, they were upside down. That was the sweet spot where you could sit on the ceiling. Yeah.
No, I don't think they were, but I don't remember.
No,
Picard and she was at the acoustic sweet spot, but yeah, who knows what
I meant
what more
Mayweather
were
was
had
sitting on
there.
the ceiling.
Yeah.
Now, Arabic, remember, the timescape opens with Riker in sickbay because SWAT took a swipe at his forehead. So
True.
she didn't like Riker either.
That is warrior fierceness right
Was
there.
it male or female Spot?
And Spot didn't
Putting down
seem
the
to
ball
like
of
Worf
fur, and
too
next
much
thing you knew, there
either.
was a hissing. He was putting down the bowl of food. Next thing you knew, there was a hissing ball of fur coming out of his face.
Was it male or female Spot?
That was female Spot.
According to data, Barkley was the only one that Spot liked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's just what I wanted to say. Barkley's the only one that could handle Spot outside of Data. Yep.
I never imagined I'd get the chance to meet the man who invented warp drive. I can't believe how much of an honor this is.
Right.
And maybe we should introduce him to Neelix. Barkley's cat.
Neelix, don't
I really love that movie, but there was a shot, I can't remember the exact shot, but there was a shot where Geordi is scanning the trees to see if he could find Cochrane's heat signature in First Contact, and then I think Riker comes up next to him, and then he turns to look at Riker, and you have to wonder how his eyes adjusted so fast after delicately scanning the horizon.
I mean, details.
It's such a good movie. It's so rewatchable. There's a lot of plot holes, but I would never change anything because it flows so well.
I'm glad he lost the visor though. It was about time.
Well, he always said part of an actor's repertoire, a tool for acting, is your eyes, and they've been depriving him of that. And yet, if you listen to the Generations commentary, I think it was Braga that said there was something about the visor that just made him Geordi. That was just part of what made him unique. So the writers didn't like the fact that he wanted to get rid of the visor.
But he looked good in the movies without him, right? I mean,
yeah.
As far as
it was weird because
he had blue eyes, they gave him the blue contacts, right? But
in Insurrection, he develops his eyes, but I got the impression that it wasn't permanent or something. I don't remember. Like his eyes were repaired by the radiation, but I don't remember if it was permanent or not.
No, he would have had the implants back and by Nemesis, right?
Yeah.
What's that?
By Nemesis, he would have had the implants back. It wouldn't have lasted after he left the Briar Patch.
He had the implants again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Nemesis, he did.
I don't remember that. Cool.
I mean, they didn't make a big deal of it, but they were blue. His eyes were blue. They weren't brown.
I don't remember. I don't remember if they showed the implants during Nemesis. I haven't watched that in a long time.
I don't think there was a close up, but you saw the blue contacts, so you
Okay.
But it was not like you're thinking like they did a close up like they did in First Contact, but no.
I do remember that when they were making Nemesis, the director Stuart Baird, he wanted all the colors of the ship to be different. He wanted blue lights and meaner look, and it just looked wrong.
But I like the blue on Star Trek V bridge. Does that make any sense? I don't like it on Nemesis, but I like it in Star Trek V.
Yeah, but you like to dream.
I like to dream. I like that movie though. I do like that movie.
You're a dreamer.
Not Nemesis. It's 5. I know. And it's not a dream, by the way. We're gonna ask Shatner.
Yes, it is.
That you do that.
We're gonna ask Shatner. We're gonna record it. It's gonna be for posterity. We'll put it on YouTube. Okay, it's gonna be there.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
All right.
So I'm thinking with First Contact, it was a great action movie, but by the time they got to Nemesis, I almost wish they just went back to doing, actual science fiction rather than just it just felt like a copy paste movie. Like they pasted scenes from other films and they made Nemesis. It's just like a Frankenstein's version of Wrath of Khan mixed with other stuff. Same with Insurrection. Insurrection was like a combination of Homeward from TNG season 7
Yeah.
and Who Watches the Watchers from
Yeah.
season 3 and like one or two other episodes that they just smashed together to make Insurrection. And in the process, you don't really have any edge to it. You don't have any science fiction. It's just 2 or 3 plots that they smashed together.
But you like those episodes, though, which is
Well, yeah, I
interesting.
like the episodes, but
right.
the movie's just not nearly as good as any one of those episodes. I mean, I'm one of those guys that loves Homeward. I don't know why people hate that episode. I think it was funny, and yet it had some good, serious scenes to it. That's the one with Nikolai Roshenko. I like that episode a lot. I think it's a great episode. I mean, not like among the greatest, but it's a solid episode. I always liked Paul Sorvino.
Yeah,
good actor.
I love the idea of the holodeck being used that way. It was great.
OmniCast the 8th was in that episode too.
Yeah.
It's the sign of the LaForge.
Yeah,
I like
great.
everything after they gathered on the bridge and just watched the planet die. That part's always aggravating, and then everything from that point forward is good.
Well, it makes you really question the Prime Directive and whether it's right or not. But like they said in Pen Pals, the main point of the Prime Directive is to take the pressure off the captain and the crew. That they're not going to get in trouble because they don't have to make the decision. The policy is the decision's been made. When in doubt, just don't interfere.
I'm glad you brought up pen pals because Sarjenka's people get to live, but the ones that Worf's brother was observing, they're whatever they were.
Frankie in the gorilla seat needs to go.
Right, they get to die. Right, they die, but the Sarjenka's people get to live. Like what? No, I don't get it.
the nit they picked there was Sarjenka's people. Sarjenka putting out a call for help was a distress call. So they latched onto that. These people had no idea what was happening or that anything was happening, so they couldn't ask for help.
And they may or may not have been of warp capable, but even though they sent the message out, they felt that was enough. Okay.
Yes.
And they had cool doors, though.
That was what they latched onto when Picard heard Sarjenka saying, "I'm scared," and Data, "Where are you? I need help." And then he's like, "Okay, well, now we have to do something."
Yeah, it makes sense.
Kirsten Dunst?
They picked that nit and...
Yeah.
Was that Kirsten Dunst?
No. Kirsten was in the other one, Dark Page, I think.
Okay, I knew she was in some episode. There was with Nikki Cox. Was that Sarjenka?
I don't remember the actress's name.
I'll look it up.
She had those freaky fingers, right? Those long fingers.
I know she became
sparkly
an actress
hair.
that was well known for a little
finger,
while.
sparkly hair, and didn't want to be with anybody other than Data.
I want Data.
Let's go down to sick bay. No.
We'll get a treat. And no.
Let me ask you another question. In all the episodes of Star Trek that have been to the Old West, whether it's like A Fistful of Datas or North Star or any episode where they go to the Old West, it's always the bad guy's buddy that's like the main bad guy. And he's always almost the same character in almost all those episodes. You know, it's like the one troublemaker that's not quite the main bad guy, but like the bad guy's buddy. Right.
So Aravic said he's going to meet Shatner at the convention next month.
Nice.
And that's something we're going to plan to do in September, which I guess everyone's welcome to come to that one too. It'll be fun to actually get together. But so he's going to ask the same question that we're going to ask. All right, Aravic, so you're going to ask Mr. Shatner, was Star Trek V a dream or not?
He said that is not what he's going to ask him.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not. Oh, I see that here. So what are you going to ask him then? I went to the first arc. I went into the 90s where he headlined and I was sad. I didn't get his autograph and just thank him for being an inspiration.
Nicely done.
Yep.
Wow. Take the high road, huh?
Very good. I love it.
By the way, Mercer, according to Memory Alpha, yes, Nikki Cox was the one who played Sarjenka.
Nice. I knew I'd remember it. It took me a minute. She became some kind of actress when she was a little bit older, like when she was late teens or 20. She was in some stuff that was familiar. I just can't remember at the moment.
She was in. She was on the show Las Vegas for the first few seasons. I know that my dad loved that show.
The reboot, the remake, not the.
The one with James Caan and
Oh, that one. I'm thinking of Vegas, the one from the 80s. Okay. Las Vegas with James Caan. I remember that. Yeah.
Yep.
They had a lot of guest stars on TNG that went on to bigger and better things. Like I
Oh,
think
yeah.
Ashley Judd did a bunch of movies with Morgan Freeman after she appeared in The Game and Darmok.
She did. Oh, she was in that movie Simon Birch. She wasn't in it for very long, but she played the mother of the protagonist, whatever, the friend of Simon Birch, that gets hit by a baseball and dies. Like, she stole my heart at the first part of that movie and broke it right then.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think there's been a lot of crossovers since, but the first time an actor appeared in both Star Trek and Star Wars was actually the last Outpost with Clive Revell, who was the original Emperor from Empire Strikes Back for special editions.
Really?
I could be wrong about that.
Who did he play? He played the Guardian or whatever of the Outpost or the.
I don't remember who he played in the last Outpost, but I believe he was in that.
I would think
Well,
so.
he wasn't a Ferengi, was he? I mean, who else would it be, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I looked this up before. I don't think it was the last Outpost. I mean, maybe he was in that one too. But the episode that I'm aware that he was in was Cupid.
Who did he
was.
play?
Yeah, that was from the
what's
West.
his
Yeah,
face?
the Western. The guy that sword
Sir Guy
fighting.
of Gisborne.
Yeah,
Not
no,
Sir Guy of Gisborne. That was him?
Yeah, that was him.
He was in the last Outpost. Let me check.
He was? Well, maybe a Ferengi or the Guardian? Who else? There's nobody else in that episode,
Yeah,
right?
it had to be the Guardian.
No, he was not in the last Outpost. He was only in Cupid as
Sir Guy of Gisborne, and he was the Emperor on the projection in Empire. That was him.
Yeah, because that wasn't Ian McDiarmid
original.
originally. They changed
Right,
that.
it was changed.
The projection was an old lady with monkey eyes, but the voice.
Oh, I was going to say it looks nothing like him. It's the voice. I get it. I understand now. I'm like, it looks nothing like the guy.
I don't see it.
I don't see it. If he could be turned, yes, yes.
I know he was in it like around that time. I could be wrong.
He will join us or die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Sounds like Omni's threatening people.
It's a distinct possibility.
Oh boy.
Your paranoia is showing, Thomas.
Yeah. Also, yeah.
Well, you're right. I don't think he was in the. Who was in the last Outpost?
So where's this Star Trek 4 news, Omni, you were talking about yesterday that you never mentioned afterwards?
I said I couldn't discuss it, but it's high level talks right now. It's greenlit once again, and it's going to be an amazing story. Just buckle your seatbelts, guys. It's going to be amazing.
Okay,
Give it a week and it'll be dead.
A week. I mean, heck, just
Maybe-
one day he puts out
maybe
this
2
article
days.
about all these Star Trek shows that are coming out, and the next day he puts out they're going to cancel everything. I mean, what the...
You know, there's an ancient Chinese curse. May you live in interesting times, right? So, going into the office every day at Paramount is very interesting. It's one day everything is amazing. Next thing you know, they're canceling shows. So,
Do they play Ambo Jitsu at the Paramount offices?
we do.
That's
There's a lounge. There's an employee lounge. There's a little sleeping area. They have a cafeteria. There's a workout room, and of course, there's an Ambo Jitsu.
Is there a Domjot table?
That's it. That's downstairs. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they have that.
Oh, that's downstairs. That's for the lesser Paramount.
Right. Yeah, they have
Upstairs.
they have a dom jot. They have a pool table. That's downstairs. Yeah. But are you saying your workplace doesn't have Ambo Jitsu arena? You don't have that?
No. The only game we have is Cottiscot.
Okay. You may want to talk to your HR department. It's really great. It's because especially if you're feuding with a coworker and you want to let some stress out, you just suit up and just start pounding each other with the with those sticks.
I thought that was how you took out family problems on each other. That's how you take out coworker problems on each other too. Okay.
That might be why it takes 4 years for them to produce a season.
It would
Right.
explain a lot.
Didn't they make fun of Ambo Jutsu on Lower Decks? I didn't see that episode.
Probably. They make fun of
Sure
everything
they
on
did.
Lower Decks. It's fantastic. All right, gentlemen, I'm going to hop off for the evening. John, thanks for the games. It was a ton of fun, as always.
Thanks for playing.
Definitely.
Have a good one. Good
Thanks
job,
for
man.
joining,
Have a good
Mike.
night.
Great job, Mike.
Good night, Mike.
Good job, Mike.
Thank you. Thank you.
I liked Lower Decks. I watched a season of it, but I don't really know if it's canon. And what I don't like about it is that Star Trek is a drama, and in this show, the animation, the drawings are terrible, and there's no like breathing. Like they don't take a breath. It's nonstop talking, and it's almost like they record their lines in such a way where they eliminate the breathing. Like anytime that you take a breath before speaking or during talking, it gets annoying after a little while. I appreciate the satire, but I don't really like it.
What is the animation style like? Is it like Family Guy or is it like
Morty.
Rick and Morty? Like what is it?
It's Rick and Morty because it's the same guy that created Rick and Morty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did not know that, but makes sense. I've seen
I
some
like
of
Rick and
Lower
Morty.
Decks, but okay.
See, Star Trek to me can have comedy episodes, but I think its foundation has to be drama. Like you can do your Trouble with Tribbles or your I Mud, but Star Trek itself has to have a solid dramatic foundation. If it just is all about like what Lower Decks does is it just tries too hard to be funny while also trying to like explain little plot holes that they found, and that gets kind of annoying after a while. They try to find little ways to explain plot idiosyncrasies from other Star Treks. Like they make fun of the fact that they're either called Orions or Orions, and they have different color skin. Depending on what you call them. Yeah, it's just kind of annoying. Because when Shatner was recording lines for the animated series, he thought they were called Orions instead of Orions, so he screwed that up.
He's mispronounced a couple of things, like Rigel. It says Rigel instead of Rigel, right?
Yeah, and he completely screwed up the pronunciation of Quattro Triticale.
The what?
Completely screwed that up. The what and the what?
Wait, in which one? In the animated or in the?
Yeah, in the animated, because it had been like 10 years.
Wasn't it Quinto Triticale? Didn't they change it to?
Triticale. I didn't see the episode, but I just heard that he screwed it up.
Wasn't it, John? Am I right? Quinto was it?
Yes, they changed it to Quinto Triticale in that episode.
So it's a 5-lobed hybrid as opposed to 4.
Indeed.
Oh wow, amazing.
And I just sealed our doom for next week's Jeopardy because now we're definitely going to get a category on.
We're getting some Quattro Triticale stuff. That's definitely happening.
We're going to get some animated Tribbles questions.
100%. The pink Tribbles. Yeah, they're coming.
Ingredients. Doodle-ding.
There should be a category on actual songs that reference Star Trek, and then another category for actual movies that have referenced Star Trek, without actually talking about the characters, and not like Galaxy Quest. I'm talking like Crimson. What's that? What's that? Crimson.
Crimson Tide.
Crimson Tide. I'm saying Crimson Dawn in my head, but I know that's something from Star Wars, and I couldn't think of the name of the actual movie.
The Crimson Force Field.
Yeah, Crimson Dawn from Star Wars. No, but there's a scene in Crimson Dawn where they actually refer to Star Trek.
You mean
Crimson
Tide?
He did it again.
Denzel Washington does the speech.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Gene Hackman, right? As the captain, and Denzel was the first officer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. I kept thinking Crimson Dawn.
Well, that's okay. You keep saying Crimson and Dawn, and my mind went to Red Dawn, which was on. Was watching yesterday.
Patrick Swayze, the original one.
Yep.
That's a
Yep.
great movie.
That one.
Classic.
Crimson
Oh,
Dawn
yeah.
is like an organization in. It's like a crime organization in Star Wars. I think Darth Maul was like the leader of Crimson Dawn. I think.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, what's her name, Daenerys from Game of Thrones was in it.
Yeah.
But they spelled the name so weirdly that I saw it first before I heard it pronounced, and I'm like, how are you doing this? And then Kira. Oh! Okay. You're just trying to mess me up.
Originally, the name Kira was going to be Rey's name, and then they changed Rey's name to Rey, and then they used Kira in Solo. But when they were trying to cast for Rey, the spec script called her Kira.
Speaking of dawn, it would be dawn here because it's sunrise in about 25 minutes.
Oh boy!
Isn't today the longest day of the year? Right. So you.
Is that today?
Or yesterday? I don't know. Isn't it?
I believe it was yesterday.
The solstice? Was it yesterday?
Yeah, that was
It's
yesterday,
20th.
Saturday.
20th.
Yeah, for me, 21st.
Time
Saturday.
zones.
Yeah, how did it work? Wow.
But not for Mr. VP. For him, it's probably the shortest day of the year, right?
But he's at least he's doing a job for the Federation. I don't know who does the sound bites, but you've got to just put that as a sound bite. That'd be my favorite one.
Has anybody heard from him? I haven't seen him for like a month.
He checked in a few weeks ago, right? You were there, yeah.
He's a good
I
guy.
haven't seen
I
him
like
recently.
I miss him.
I hope he's not in solitary.
Wow.
Did you send him some commissary money? Did you take care of him?
What?
You got to send him some money so he can buy some things that he needs. He's locked up.
What was Tom Paris doing with that little laser thing he had in that scene?
He's doing a job.
For the Federation.
I don't even know what that was. Some kind of power conduit. Like, who knows what it was, right? It was...
It looked cool. It looked all sci-fi,
Yeah.
Lasers. I always loved one of my favorite, just trivial stuff I love talking about is in Undiscovered Country when they're in prison and they're on this like mine cart and you see all these lasers cutting through the side of the walls. I love shots like that. They just completely build the world for me. That they're mining for this stuff just anywhere they can. And I just love seeing lasers on screen. I guess I don't know. I wonder how much it cost to do, because I remember reading about Deep Space Nine, when they did a laser or a phaser shot, they would actually change the lighting, so that way the laser would actually affect the lighting of the scene around it.
Cool.
I don't know how often they did that, but they did that on DS9. So if somebody fired a phaser in a dark corridor, they'd actually change the lighting of somebody's face or whatever as if they're being lit up by the phaser.
It's clever.
They talked about it a lot when they were talking about the making of In the Hands of the Prophets, when Neela fires a phaser and Sisko's like, no.
Yes.
That was they actually changed the lighting of the characters. It wasn't just adding a, because here's what I'm getting at, when they made the original Star Wars, they basically just scratched the film with red marks, to make the blaster bolts. but it doesn't change the lighting of the characters. One of the things I loved about watching the Solo movie, watch the Solo movie again. Anytime they fire a laser in that movie, it changes the lighting. It's really well done. Even in the beginning, when they're on the land speeder and they're trying to get away from the bad guys, the lighting is awesome on the phaser shots.
But nowadays, that could be more digitally imposed, right? That could be all.
Yeah, but it's still just even modern. It still takes extra effort to do it.
Oh yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, I'm just saying that nowadays it's easier to do it in post, whereas before, like what you were just saying about raising the lights, you had to do it in the camera, right?
Yeah.
That was
Well, they
to help a bit to.
They wouldn't do it in camera. They would shoot it and then they would go in and they'd go in with a computer, but they'd have to go pixel by pixel and change the lighting. If you read the book, The Making of Deep Space Nine, they tell you they go in pixel per pixel when they actually use like a Photoshop program.
Oh, so it was done in post. You made it sound like they made the lights go up on the stage or something.
No. They did it in post.
Oh, okay.
It was very labor intensive though, because they would basically use Photoshop for each individual, not Photoshop exactly, but they'd go into each frame and figure out what moment you're actually pressing the trigger that the phaser would be emitted. What's a single frame where the actual phaser would start to come out? That would be the brightest frame, and then they would change each frame, but still have the lighting. They'd adjust the lighting for each frame. So instead of doing it like they basically do it for each individual frame until the phaser was gone.
So something that they did do in camera was, if you remember the Dustbuster phasers from season 1 and season 2 of TNG, they actually lit up. Like,
oh, did they?
If you notice it, it's really weird when the actor would push the thumb button down, the orange kind of part of the tip would light up. They had a battery in there of some sort, and you could see it, but sometimes it didn't line up exactly with when the phaser blast was coming out. Like, especially in, what was it, Conspiracy, when Beverly, she was firing the phaser at the Admiral, but it was lit up, but there was nothing coming out of her phaser. Like, the tip was lit up, but nothing was coming out. She was standing out in the corridor.
Reaction.
Exactly. Yeah. But but my question is,
power cell is empty.
Right, but you all very much dissect the show as much as I do, I think. Do you see that tip in any other later phasers? Like, did the new season 3 Type 2 phasers have the light up tip, or was it only the Dustbuster ones that had those?
Don't know.
Okay.
Don't know.
Well, I just got a message from Janeway. She needs to see me in sickbay for something, so computer, deactivate the stream.
Deactivate the stream.
R.I.P.
Good night.
And I did betray my uniform, John. Excellent avatar.
Thank you.
So I'll take it off, fold it neatly, and get the steam cleaned for next week.
The tip counts.
See you later, guys.
Take care, buddy.
Yep, you
Sleep well.
Yeah, I
See
think
you later, Patrick.
I think I love just minutia. I just love little teeny shots. It's like I know that both Star Trek Wrath of Khan and Undiscovered Country were made on very low budgets, and they would borrow props from wherever. But for some reason, it worked in Star Trek 2, and it was just too noticeable in I don't know. There's something cheap about Undiscovered Country, just on the sets and.
Oh, they were all reused. I mean, from TNG, it was definitely made on a budget.
The vinyl walls, you can tell. There's just something. I don't know. I liked Undiscovered Country a lot, but it just feels off. There's too many little things about it. It just builds up. So while I like the movie, it's just not quite there. I mean, so what is the character of Dax? Not
Take care, Gap.
Dax, but
Night Gap.
Does Dax like walk around in bare feet when
Night
he's
Gap.
working?
Does Dax walk around in bare feet when she's working?
When he's working, the Dax from Star Trek.
Oh, Star Trek 6, that Dax. Okay.
Yes. Does he walk around in bare feet while he's working? Like little things like that just annoy me. They stick in my head and they never go away. Because they don't have shoes that would fit him. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm probably gonna log off.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I should probably get going too. I need to get some sleep myself. But thank you for having me, and I know I had fun.
Good seeing you.
Brad.
Come up more often. That was really great. Good game.
We appreciate
you,
you
Brad.
joining us, Brad.
Seriously. And you're always out there in the chat. You're very.
Even
you're
when I
always
can't
there.
join you, I do love to, be there in spirit. So
And we see you. Thank you.
Jump in.
All right. Good night,
So
everyone.
next week,
Take
Good
care.
night, Brad.
See you later, Brad.
Are you guys doing Jeopardy next week? You think possibly?
That's the plan.
Okay, so next week, I'll be doing Jeopardy, and then Sunday night I'll be going to see William Sadler. Tuesday I'll be going to do my procedure, and then so I don't know. I'm gonna definitely try to watch it at least. Who knows if I'll be able to play it for that first week. I just wanted to tell you guys what my schedule is. You guys know.
Don't push yourself. No pressure.
Like I said, I have no idea what it's going to be like. But I'll be from that point on. I'll be home for almost the entire summer. So I'll be joining in for whenever whenever you want to play movies.
Oh, yeah.
Try to join in whenever I can. I can't promise I'll be able to do it every time, but anytime you're watching stuff, I set up my computer so that way I can do it even if I'm laid up.
Yeah, we're going to finish up some movies, The Airwolf, whatever else we're going to work on, and yeah,
Sweet.
it should be fun.
Sweet. Well, I think we'll call it an early night. I'm going to call it an early night. But, yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Mercer.
Unless you want to talk about anything else that's trivial about Star Trek real quick before I go. I love, real quick, is there any little details that just work for you guys? That's what I'd like to know, and then I'll go. Like a detail, like a shot, like I described the drills that they had on Rura Penthe that they were drilling, the laser drills. Is there like a shot or a detail that just you guys really like?
Like a visual effect? Is that what you're talking about?
A visual effect or just something in attention to detail. Like I love I love when like the Voyager gets lit up from the back, it kind of projects a shadow in front of it.
It's us.
You know
it's
what
the
I mean?
Voyager.
What?
I'm sorry, I was just imitating Tom Paris.
Although, I think it was SF Debris. It might have been him. He did an analysis of the opening credits for Voyager. The planet with the ring would be really small. He examined how small that would be because if you look, the scales all throw it off because when Voyager is cruising over the ring system, you can see the reflection of Voyager on the rings, and it's a huge reflection, which means that the planet would have to be really small. Little details like that are funny.
I like on the Galaxy class on the Enterprise D, when they fire the phasers, how the strip kind of goes around the whole circle of the saucer section and then meets. And Patrick, I don't know if he's still listening or not, but he's building a model of the Enterprise D right now, and it's amazing how far technology has come because he's programmed those LED lights on the saucer section to actually replicate that effect where two little beams start on either side of and they kind of meet at a point on the saucer and the sound effect lines up. And I always thought that was nice little attention to detail, like that the phaser strips were always interesting to me. And I don't there's a lot of other things too, but
on a technical level, it gives the ship the ability to possibly shoot at anything, no matter where it is.
Right, as opposed to the turrets, where you're kind of limited to the range of motion of the turrets. This is more.
It makes sense as a future technology. Like I'm glad that Kirk didn't have it on his ship, but it's kind of cool that they developed it for TNG.
And I would have also liked to have known where. On Endgame, because it's such a great episode of Voyager that that a blade of armor, the shield generator, right?
About the Batman thing?
Yeah, the Batman thing. But I want to know how Janeway either acquired it or developed it. Like, did she have to go through some more? I guess they said this, some more Borg problems in her journey back to the Alpha Quadrant that made her develop this technology, or was it developed by an alien species? Like, I kind of wonder how they got to that point. Was it just Federation technology, just advancing on its own? But I always thought that was very clever to stop the Borg and probably any other hostile species. You put your ablative armor up, nothing's really getting through.
What would be, this is kind of a different topic, but it would be only a real fan would take the time to do this. I think it was Matt Ross, that was trying to come up with a timeline for all of the shows. But I wonder if anybody actually took into account, if you're trying to figure out when episodes take place and how long they last and what year they took place. But then you have to go through all of the logs and account for, even down to the hour. Would it really line up to be a year or a season?
Guys, didn't Tokyo do something like that? Didn't he make a spreadsheet?
Yes, he did.
What I'm saying, going into the detail, let's say, some episodes take place over a day, and some of them take place over months. Like Night Terrors takes place over a long period of time. What I'm asking is, did somebody ever do an actual timeline considering the length of time each episode probably lasted, not just a guess? If they spent 6 months in the Tychon's Rift, does that really line up, and does it still come out to be, you know what I'm saying?
I think I do. I mean, like I said, Tokyo put together a very extensive spreadsheet.
Really?
That uses just what you said, like not only captain's logs, but other data to kind of correlate the star date and the real date and the real year. I mean, our year,
right?
Human years.
Interesting.
So it's pretty amazing how he did it. Is there a I can get him a copy of it. I think I have it somewhere.
I'd like to check that out. Not urgent, but I'd like to check that out. I love that.
Where is it? I saved it somewhere. Excel.
Google Drive.
Was it a Google Drive, or was it like a live document on a Google Doc? Is that what it was?
I think so.
I think Stardates.
I'll ask Tokyo.
I think Stardates were basically, when they first came up with them, were probably just random numbers, and then they went into seasons. They represented seasons, it was a behind the scenes joke or something.
Well, wasn't every season a year, kind of, somewhat?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Does that hold up? That's the basic question I'm asking. They say every season is about a year, but if you were to examine how many months or weeks pass in each episode, would it really hold up?
I just messaged Tokyo.
And welcome, Tokyo. He confirmed that it was a Google Drive.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Oh, cool.
Oh, G Drive. Oh, there he is. Okay. So you were lurking back there, Tokyo, the whole time. You just... We mention you, and you comment right in. Look at that. It's perfect.
It's his way.
It's his way.
You are suffering from hibernation sickness.
Oh, okay. He said he's at work. He texted me privately. So, okay. Got it. Sorry.
You are suffering from hibernation sickness. Your eyesight will return in time.
Called him to work. It happens.
Yeah, I just
happens.
I remember, I think it was during the 30th anniversary or the 25th anniversary special. They had a segment celebrating just the visual effects of Star Trek. And this is back in the 90s. It was they had, I think it was Kenny G or something. And I don't like Kenny G, but the point is they had his music with just awesome special effects of the Enterprise flying around. During, I think it was a special that was it the 25th or the 30th anniversary where they did the Voyager skit with Frasier? Remember the Frasier?
I think that was the 30th, maybe, right? Because
it was like a ceremony rather than a special. It was like an Oscar. The whole special was like an Oscar ceremony.
Because the 25th one was with Shatner and Nimoy sitting in that control booth or something, right?
Yeah, that was kind of cool, but it was kind of lame.
It was pretty vanilla. Yeah, it was pretty. But it was good though. They had some good behind the scenes stuff for the time.
Oh, yeah, I'm not dissing any of it. I love it all. But I'm just comparing it to the 30th anniversary, which they set it up like an Oscars ceremony.
That's true. That's true.
Like where they had the stage and they had then Ted Danson doing the introduction.
Ted Danson, yeah, that's right.
And by the way, he was in he was an important character in the Orville, which is probably why he did it, because he's a big Trek fan.
How come he was never in Trek? He should have been in. I guess he was married to Cheers. They wouldn't let him off the the Cheers.
They did have that one lady from Cheers that Riker had to have sex with.
Yeah, Lilith.
In order to get off that planet, I guess he had to have sex with her, right?
We got Frasier, we got Lilith, we got nobody else from Cheers, right? That was it.
A bunch of Cheers people showed up. I don't know.
Who else?
I know that there's enough.
Of course.
Well, yeah, before Cheers. That's true. Yeah. Well, that's pretty much it.
I know that the guy from.
Well, there's been some. Well, the guest act. They had a lot of guest actors though on Cheers. I should say that there was like revolving door. I mean, Janeway was on Cheers. I mean, Kate Mulgrew was on Cheers.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, she was a guest actress. Was he Ethan Phillips too? Like, they had a revolving door of guest actors on Cheers. A lot of them also were on Star Trek.
Interesting. That'd be a good category. I think we did it though. We might have already done it.
Kate Mulgrew played wasn't she like an assemblywoman or something, or a mayor candidate, or she was some kind of politician, and she was interested in Sam for that episode, I think. I'm not a big Cheers nut. I mean, I watch it if it's on, but I didn't watch it, end to end. It was a great show, though. I mean, Cheers was really good.
I never cared for the show.
No?
Although I love Frasier.
So if you like I see what you're saying. It's a different show. But the genesis of Frasier is so much in Cheers. Like, and his whole backstory with him and Diane, and then how he gets depressed after Diane leaves, and he meets Lilith, and, it's all there.
So Frasier's a spin-off of Cheers.
Yes. But it's a different format, though. It's more of a, how do I describe it? Like, Cheers has a live studio audience. Did Frasier have that? I don't think it did.
No, I don't think it did.
Right? It was more, not a drama, but it was a sitcom, right? But I don't know. It was a little different. Cheers was more a traditional sitcom with a live studio audience and a standing set and like a play, basically. It was more of like that.
Well, by the way, when I was, my brother came, I was telling everybody earlier before you got in Omni that my brother came up from upstate New York to help me with some stuff. But I started talking about, my memory is a little hazy, but we started talking about favorite cars from movies and TV.
Oh, yeah.
And he mentioned 3 of his favorites. And at the moment, I'll have to get back to you on what he mentioned. But the one he said that was his favorite, because I don't remember the other 2 at the moment because I'm exhausted. The one he said that was his favorite was Steve McQueen's car from Bullitt.
Bullitt, the Mustang, the green.
Yeah, that was his favorite. So it wasn't Kit or anything. But
no, that's definitely a star car, 100%. Steve McQueen called the Bullitt Mustang, the green fastback. Was it 1970? Don't hold me to that. I don't know, something like that.
That was some impressive photography because they really stay. He was telling me how they stayed in studios usually. In that movie, they got out to San Francisco and did it at the time. What was that? Late 60s? When did they?
Yeah, late 60s, early 70s. I think Bullitt was right, or late 60s, something like that.
I saw another movie that was far more recent. It was 90s, but had some similar car chases. It was called Ronin. I'm like, man,
that's a great movie. That's with Robert De Niro.
Yeah, and as Jean Reno.
And Jean Reno, yeah, great movie.
I love that guy. Like,
that's an underrated movie, actually. Like, that's up there with like the Mission Impossible stuff. Even though Jean Reno's in both of them, like, that's.
Oh, is he in Mission Impossible?
Yeah, the first one.
Oh, you're right. Totally right. Yeah.
But that was a great. I think it's an underrated movie overall. That's actually a really good movie.
I liked Ronin.
Yeah.
The girl from Truman Show was in it too. She played like the fake. The person that was interested in Truman for real. But the other thing, car chases were amazing in Ronin. Yeah.
Tokyo disagrees. Tokyo says Ronan was terrible. I also dislike De Niro. Interesting.
I was going to mention something. We were talking about the Charger from Vanishing Point. That was my neighbor's favorite star car, the white Challenger from Vanishing Point, which they used something similar in that Tarantino movie, Death Proof.
Death Proof. Yeah, that was with Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
That was a cool movie, actually. Well, it's just like a short. It's not even really a movie.
Yeah.
It's more like a.
But they used
short.
because the car was in Vanishing Point. I think that's why they used it.
Vic asked if I've seen the latest Frasier. Maybe put this out to everyone. I have not seen the latest Frasier.
It's on Paramount, right? Or
yes, 2 seasons, and it's gotten really mixed reactions.
It's on Paramount. It can't be that good.
It's the mountain of entertainment. Sometimes you're going up the slope, and sometimes you're going down the slope. It depends on where you are in the mountain.
Well, a word other than entertainment for that mountain.
It's a shame because when I was a kid, Paramount was my favorite studio. I just loved it. I knew there was a long history of great stuff that the studio made, and I remember seeing a box set with 100 great Paramount movies, and I think Star Trek 4 was included in that set. And I wanted to buy it just to see what else was on there. But of course, I didn't have the money at the time. But I just loved I wanted to know about the history of the studio. Because like Warner Brothers, it's been around forever.
There's a lot of history.
Yeah.
Tokyo says nothing beats the bar mitzvah in Klingon.
That's a famous Frasier episode, right? Very, yeah, that's really good.
But yeah, getting back, that 30th anniversary special that they did for Trek, they went all out, man. That was great. I don't know if you guys ever saw that.
Yeah, I remember the skit with, you said Janeway on the bridge with the Frasier.
Yeah, that was memorable, but the whole show.
The whole thing, no, I remember. You're right. It was like an award ceremony or award show kind of thing.
It was really good. They had like people pop in just to say hello. Like those guys, there were these 2 comedians that appeared. I can't think of their names, but they appeared as aliens in what was that movie where Geordi, the episode? I'm sorry, where Geordi was transforming into an alien, and you light them up at night.
Identity Crisis.
Yes, I couldn't think of the name of it. Thank you. There's 2 guys that played aliens. They were like comedians at the time.
They were the disc jockeys. They were like.
Were they? Yeah, I don't remember who they were.
They were radio hosts or something at the time. I don't know who their names were.
They put them in makeup, and you don't
like shock jocks or something. They were. Yeah.
That was like when Star Trek was big, man. That was.
Mark and something, wasn't it? Mark and.
Yeah,
something?
Mark. I don't remember.
I don't remember the name. I totally don't remember.
At the time, Star Trek could get almost anyone. They had like Mick Fleetwood on an episode. Star Trek really had. I almost wish that during that time, they would almost do more sci-fi, pure sci-fi stuff. Just because Star Trek has to go back to that. I really think so. And when you get that much of a following, and you actually do more sci-fi, so much better.
Well, the fans have spoken, and I think the studio is listening. So, stay tuned.
Yeah, that's why they canceled Strange New Worlds.
It's coming back in only 25 days now.
Listen, I'm going to be out for the summer, but if you decide to stream the show and we can watch it, I will give it a shot.
Oh, it's happening. It's definitely going to happen.
Don't do it, Mercer.
I still have to finish season 2, but I'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
don't do that either.
You could
just forget it. Just forget it.
Just forget. Did you see that article I posted today about Roger Corby? I don't know if you got a chance to read it, but the funny thing is that the way they wrote that article is they said it's before he goes insane. They're introducing Roger Corby, and I'm thinking to myself, was he ever declared insane? It was more he landed with the androids and somehow they killed him, duplicated him, right? I don't know about him going insane before they killed him. Did I miss something there, or no? I'm just asking.
He was on the point of death, so he transferred himself into an android body.
Okay. But was it due to insanity or?
I didn't really
Which
have anything to do
episode
with
are we
it.
talking about?
What little girls are made of?
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that one in 30,000 years.
Well, they're bringing back Roger Corby in season 3 of Strange New Worlds.
I gathered that from the context, but I haven't seen the original in a long time. Is that the one where they go to the Earth-like planet? It looks exactly like the Earth.
No, they go to these caves and lurches down there, and they try to turn Kirk into an android, and they on the spinny table thing, the spinny table, the round table thing. And Tokyo says, no, Omni, the producers have no idea what they're doing with Corby. That's what I thought by reading that, because I'm like, why would they even say he was insane? They never mentioned that. I mean, I guess he could have gone insane before he died, and like you said, John transferred himself into the android body.
Okay.
But I guess we're going to find out what happens to Roger.
Maybe you are. I'm not going to find out. It's not
I think the real big you can for somebody who's debating whether New Trek is actually Star Trek or not, you can prove that it's not by showing them one simple thing.
Yeah.
And that is for two reasons. And that the simple thing is a short called The Trouble with Edward. And there are two problems with that short. One is that
exists.
Oh yeah, but there's two problems. One is the way the captain played by Alita Battle Angel, the girl that played Alita Battle Angel played the captain, right? The way she treated him in terms of like not allowing him to say anything, she might be the captain and she might be able to do that, but that is completely not Star Trek in terms of the style of command. Secondly, the way they treated the Tribbles was also not Star Trek. There's like a cruelty that I remember that was not jokey in that episode. Yeah, I just didn't like that episode. Epitomizes all the things wrong with new Star Trek.
So
and you can see it in one small episode. I think it's like a 20-minute episode. I don't remember how long it is.
Tokyo's also saying they also never saw what little girls are made of in the first place. That's what I'm saying. But I mean, somebody must have watched it to get the Roger character, but they obviously didn't pay attention. Just like they never saw Amok Time or Arena. Yeah, that's true. Because they've already trashed those episodes pretty much. I mean, the canon related to those episodes is pretty much gone.
And Harry Mudd, what was it? Discovery brought back Harry Mudd, and he's played by somebody who's really boring.
Aravic says, isn't Nurse Chapel going to med school? Is she? I thought she's trying to. Then she gets off with this Roger thing with it's some kind of research grant or something, isn't it? That's I don't remember exactly what she called it, but anyway, she hasn't become a doctor until what? Until the motion picture, right?
Motion picture, yeah.
So she's going to night school.
Chapel's an MD now.
I think most fans, people that actually do like Strange New Worlds, still would not mind if Paramount said that it's a complete reboot. I don't know why Paramount doesn't do it.
They don't. I don't know. They don't care. I think it has to do with the arrangement they have with Kurtzman. There's reasons. And
but after this, Kurtzman is done now. I think Kurtzman's.
Yeah, I think he's finished, just like Kathleen Kennedy's finished. They're never finished, but they're finished. But think about this for a second. If Star Trek 4 does come out, which it is greenlit, supposedly again, but let's just say, how confusing is that going to be to have Kirk and Spock in the Kelvin timeline on the big screen, while you have Kirk and Spock on the small screen right now in Strange New Worlds?
Well, fans know, like we know.
Like how, but at the same time, different actors, different universes.
Yeah, because we understand. It's just like having two Batman. It's like if James Gunn was to make Batman for his universe, but then release Batman Part 2, the Batman Part 2 with Pattinson,
yeah, whatever.
Like people out there in the public, they get it. They're not stupid. The public is not stupid. They understand. The problem making Star Trek 4 is that unless it's really good, it's not going to make a dime at the box office.
You're right.
They've always done well, the J.J. verse movies, though. They haven't.
Well, my
They
favorite.
they cost a lot of money, but they also make a lot of money too.
My favorite of the J.J. movies was technically the last one, and that I think it came either real like it was right on the edge of losing money. I don't think it cost a significant amount of money.
And
like even if it did lose money, it wasn't a lot of money, but it definitely disappointed people.
And times have changed due to what happened in 2020, and that everything's different now with people going to the movies. It's totally different now. I mean, people are going, they're starting to go, but it's not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah, I mean, they don't know. On a separate note, they've been trying to track how much James Gunn's Superman is going to make. Some estimates are like this thing is going to make 190 million, and others are like it's going to barely make 90 million for opening weekend. Like nobody knows.
It looks good though. I like the trailer. I'll be honest with you. It looks pretty good.
I mean, I don't know. I love. There's a lot of things I like about the trailer. Like he actually has conversations. It's hopeful.
It's bright.
Optimistic. It's exactly bright.
It's not so dark and dismal and bleak.
But I think my problem is that James Gunn is going to make it a little too quirky, and I have a feeling that it's going to continue to promote himself. Like it's got to be, you got to know it's James Gunn's Superman. So like now, in my case, I'm not going to be able to watch it because I'm going to be home.
Eric says, I think Star Trek should stick to streaming for now, not cinema. I think it's going to take a break from both pretty soon. I think, like John's happy to report, Strange New World is coming to an end at the end of season 5.
Woohoo!
John, what would you party pooper?
Prodigy is dead. It's officially dead. Lower Decks is dead. You're talking about now we have Starfleet Academy starting up, and that's already been greenlit for what, 2 seasons or 3? For Starfleet Academy, and they also talked about some new kind of cartoon recently, kind of an Origins cartoon, or some kind of.
And there's another live action comedy that Tawny Newson is creating, like a broadcast or something.
So I don't know, but after all that's done, maybe it is going to take a break again. Who knows? Who's to say?
And maybe the ratings for Strange New Worlds will be so bad they'll cancel that stuff too.
Well, it's
hey John, what would you like for Christmas?
Hope.
John,
well, they've already shot season 4 though.
What would you like for Christmas this year? Me to send you a note saying they've officially canceled all that stuff due to low ratings?
That would be a great Christmas present.
That would be. But didn't they already shoot season 4? Or they're in the midst of shooting season 4 right now? I don't know exactly where they are in production. And then season 5 is going to be an abridged season. It's going to be basically 6 episodes. But they could be longer episodes. They could be.
I bet you they're going to shoot them the same time they're shooting season 4.
Probably. But we all know how it ends, right? I mean, we know, Pike ends up in the wheelchair. It's just a matter of how he gets there. That's it. And what, Kirk go right into where no man has gone before? Is that what we pick up?
The new guy playing Kirk is awful. Like, I know he's trying, and
he's award-winning, sir.
And then the other guy playing his brother kind of creeps me out too.
So is Threshold.
Threshold is award-winning, and so is Wesley playing Kirk.
I watched the episode where they go into like a gift, or they go into like a clothing store. That was almost embarrassing to watch. They travel back to Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Tomorrow.
And I think they like go and get hot dogs or something.
They do. They eat hot dogs. They visit Khan. Khan's hanging out there too.
Yeah, that was a really tough episode for me to watch. Like,
they blew up a bridge. It doesn't exist.
There was no Khan in that episode.
And then like I thought it was pretty bad when Enterprise went to like 2004 and they did this gag with the fast food restaurant. I liked it, but you could tell that was kind of forced. But this is worse.
But that worked somehow. Why did that work? Why did that work and this doesn't? Why did Carpenter Street work so well and then this doesn't?
I'm not saying Carpenter Street worked, but
I liked it.
because I care about the characters. That's why I care about DePaul and the fact that she's a Vulcan and can't eat meat. I cared, It's not just that I saw it. I cared when I watched it.
John, what were you saying?
Yeah, caring about the characters, that is an important difference. One thing I was to mention is that in New Trek, all the characters act like present-day people anyway. So if you send them back in time, like, what's the difference?
Yeah.
That's really astute. That's really actually that's because you're right. They're talking like modern day people are talking, and they just blend right in. Like Star Trek 4, part of the joke was they didn't speak the right way, they didn't walk the right way, right?
Yeah,
they didn't look right.
You realize that it didn't matter how they looked, but at first you could tell they didn't look right. By the way, there was an episode of Strange New Worlds. I keep wanting to call it Enterprise because it takes place on the Enterprise, where they for some reason they go onto the hull of the ship to find out where the first tile is.
Enterprise bingo.
But yet in Discovery, that whole part of the hull had been blown up, so that tile that they found wouldn't be there. Like, wouldn't be the first tile. You know what I'm talking about? Like, yep. I don't remember why they were doing this, but I just remember they had to find the first tile that was laid down. Something.
Tokyo, how you doing, buddy?
Doing all right.
Hey,
all right.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Good.
Why are you broadcasting on this frequency?
It's a very long and complicated story.
Everything's encoded.
Hours can be minutes. Days can be hours.
Meanwhile, Khan heard that whole thing. There's a plot hole for you. Khan heard that whole thing and couldn't figure it out.
And he's a super genius. Super genius.
Yeah. Yet it worked.
Yeah.
Well, the cards on Beta and Terrace 4 are different, but not too different. I'm familiar with that's my favorite scene, is when Spock just looks at Kirk and he's like, I'm familiar with the culture of Beta and Terrace 4. I don't remember any card game. And he's like, Spock, just shut up. I think that's my favorite part of that episode, is that the way Spock just couldn't figure out what he was joking about.
That's good. By the way, Carpenter Street worked because Carpenter Street was campy, and it felt like Star Trek.
Yeah.
But there was a threat. The Xindi threat was real. Like, you felt it. You.
Nine Carpenter. Oh yeah, Carpenter Street.
Yeah.
It's disturbing to have prostitutes in Star Trek. The fact that they had prostitutes in Star Trek kind of pushed things like.
When did they ever have? What do you mean? In that episode they had. What?
Yeah, at the beginning when.
Oh, going to the car. Yeah, okay, I got you.
Yeah, actually, the blonde prostitute, that was the first role for Erin Cummings, who, if you have ever watched John Campia's show, she used to be like a regular guest on his show, and she credited Star Trek Enterprise as being her first role in anything.
Well, we had prostitutes on Star Trek before.
I was thinking in Quark's.
Well,
not really.
You have Orion.
We have
Orion slave girls, but they were like hollow. They were hollow brothel, wasn't it? It wasn't like a.
Ensign Rose cover and her in Final Mission, I think it was.
True. Yeah, that's true. Put some money on the table. We're negotiating your price or something, and
Yep.
That's true.
We're talking about like actual prostitutes on the streets of a city, like today, you know.
Well, you wouldn't see that in Trek anyway. So,
Maybe in Free Cloud you would. Oh, never mind. It doesn't count, right? Okay, never mind.
What are you talking about?
Does Picard count? You guys think Picard counts, right? That somewhat counts.
One season, barely.
Only one season, barely. So Free Cloud, all that stuff in season 1 and 2, that doesn't count. Okay, got it.
Barely, but yeah, asterisk, barely.
Hashtag barely.
We can't take it was a good season of Trek, but we can't take the fact that seasons 1 and 2 came before it and happened. That's the problem.
Riker's not baking any pizzas in season 3. Let's put it that way.
Bunny corn pizza. Yes, Dad. I took out the venom sacs.
I got to tell you, I liked the episode with Riker and Troy in season 1. I'm sorry.
The Penthe? Yeah.
The Penthe. And
It was a really good episode.
I'll tell you.
He goes, shields up.
I think it might be
around your house.
I think it might be Marina's best performance as Troy. And I know that's going to go against Professor and John's opinion but I think she not only had to play Picard's friend, but also in some ways his counselor, and she had to play somebody who was, having grief of her own because she had lost a child and a mother.
Which she shouldn't have.
Like, she played all these different facets of her character that were new and old, and she played them all great.
There was there was absolutely no reason to kill their son. None.
But the point is,
except for woke ones. And she was terrible.
I really liked the girl that played her daughter. What was
Kestra?
Kestra.
But the actress, she's been in quite a bit of movies. She was really good at performing. That was a really good performance.
Yeah.
Question: was she assimilated when everybody else was on Earth in season 3?
I hope not.
Because she's young, is what you're saying, right? Because it was the ones that were under 25 or 24, whatever it was, that went through a transporter.
Under 30.
Under 30 that went through a transporter. 30. Okay.
I think it was under 30, and I think that was a throwback to Logan's Run. Yes, Terry Metalis would do that.
Yeah, no, I could see that. There's a little Valentine to that franchise and that movie.
By the way,
Terry Metalis would do that.
Speaking of Logan's Run and Star Trek, if you've never seen Free Enterprise, which had Shatner in it, there's references to both films in that movie. And that movie, by the way, was directed by Robert Meyer Burnett, who was also on John Campia's show.
I mean, even if she was assimilated, it wasn't permanent, the assimilation anyway, so it didn't really...
She'd have to go through a transporter, yeah.
Oh, that's right. The cleaner, they would clean out the...
They got unassimilated, and then they went to the cleaner.
Okay,
for the laundry machine.
That's right.
Here's the thing about the Star Trek that we like. Here's the weird thing, is that sometimes 90s Star Trek really had contrived solutions. Like, they could always reset the transporter with DNA and cure them of almost anything. So why does it hold up? Because we do care about the characters. It's really that simple.
But we're watching Voyager now, and you're with us, Mercer. You see us. We're on season 1. We're just going to season 2. Didn't they take the technobabble to a whole new extreme on Voyager?
Yeah, they did.
Or am I just noticing it more now?
What I'm saying is, like,
they had to.
I'm watching it now, and I'm like, I almost welcome it because I miss the 90s.
You welcome the technobabble. I miss it. I need my technobabble.
Yeah.
That's why the K-Zone were so good, because it's like, dude, just shut up. I'm taking it. We want it. I don't care how it works. We're going to take it.
Yeah.
You federations and your technology.
I can't figure out how, they're going home every episode. They're just on course for home, and yet they have to go back to Talaxia to do something, and then they lose all that time?
With Jetrel. That always bothered me, too. How they went all the way back for that one episode.
There must be other episodes where they still meet up with the same Kazon dudes, even though they met up with them 8 episodes before, which means they're probably 8 episodes worth of travel time behind where they are.
That's the only time they really went back, though, was it? I don't think they've ever really gone back.
They go back or go left?
They don't even have to go back. If they meet up with I don't know the characters' names. Well, let's say there's a Kazon named Joe, right?
Oh, that's the doctor.
Right. Well, let's say there's a Kazon named Joe, because I don't know any of their
33 years to come up with Joe.
Joe. Let's say they met up with Joe in season 1, episode 4. If they meet up with Joe in season 2, how did Joe get there? Was he following them? You know what I'm saying? I don't know the names of the characters, but
so they didn't John, I mentioned going back. John was saying something about going back.
Yeah.
In the episode, they lost a ton of time in resolutions. Because first they sat there for weeks while Janeway or Chakotay were in stasis. Then
17 days or 20 days, whatever it was, right? Okay.
And they traveled away for several weeks. And then they had to come back and pick them up.
Yeah, they lost almost, a third of a year? Maybe more?
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
So I read an article one time that's saying the stuff like that was of how the Kazon were able to keep up with them despite their technology being so inferior.
That's a really interesting point. You're right. I totally forgot about how much time it took for them to go back to that planet in resolutions.
I don't remember resolutions.
We're getting to it. We're almost there.
It's one of the corniest episodes you'll see.
Is it season 2?
It involves a bathtub and a monkey. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh my god.
And the rest
And
is to
Janeway
follow.
and Chakotay in said bathtub.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
He's like, oh my god, what am I in for? What's gonna happen?
I wish I could say it the way the guy from Pitch Meeting says it when he's like, "Oh my god." You know what I mean?
I think it's a great episode. I can't think of anything I would do different in Resolutions, except no. I think they did it because I don't want to spoil anything because you haven't seen it, Mercer. But it's if they took it beyond the point they took it to, it'd be weird for the rest of the series, right? I mean,
And I think that's where they could have made the series a little bit more entertaining. Where you have Janeway and Chakotay at each other's throats the entire series because of that one little thing that happened in Resolutions.
I see what you're saying. That would spice things up. They always play it safe on Voyager. They would never do that. No. Everything goes back to the status quo.
We got Tom and Balon.
It's okay. That's a good consolation prize. I'll take that.
But nothing in Voyager can beat when in the Orville when Gordon gets his his egg salad sandwich. There's a scene
from the future.
Yeah, from the future. Like I sent it to myself, and that was a great
chicken sandwich.
I just got it.
It's delicious. He gobbled it up, right?
It was even better because he didn't expect to see it again.
Egg salad. Was it egg salad? What was it?
Neither did we.
Egg salad sandwich.
Egg salad sandwich. Okay, that's good.
It's gonna be so good when I finally get it, and he gets it. He's like,
what was that, John?
See, that's a show that actually cares about continuity.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
They embrace it.
That is never coming back.
I was just so I couldn't. The Star Trek fan in me just smiled ear to ear when that egg salad sandwich appeared. And what's funny is that they hinted that they're in an alternate timeline because neither Mercer nor the other guy, Lamar, knew what the heck. They didn't remember him putting it in there.
No, but they just forgot. They didn't. It wasn't an alternate. Okay, yeah.
It could be interpreted as an alternate timeline because maybe this version of Mercer and Lamar never actually saw him do it.
So as soon as they beamed the sandwich into the future, a new timeline branched off right from there, right? Okay.
That's why Lamar said this place is one freaking weird place that we live in, isn't it? Right? He had that great, I forget the line, but he had a great line like, "This is one weird place we're working in." I had a meeting based on that scene. I can't remember. I haven't looked at it in a while.
I know we talked about this a little bit, but the Naked Gun. I mean, that's also Seth MacFarlane, right? What do you think? I mean, you saw the trailer with.
Produced by Seth.
It looks good. I mean, it captured something of the original movie somehow. I don't know how, but
yeah, Liam Neeson actually appeared in an Orville episode. By the way, I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah,
I didn't feel it from the trailer.
You didn't feel it. You didn't see that.
No.
That camp. There's a certain campiness to it. Retro campiness. I don't know. There was something there. I couldn't put my finger on. I'm like, okay, because I thought Liam Neeson wouldn't be a good fit for this kind of role, you know. But
what got me interested in that movie was the Hall of Heroes scene.
Okay.
Where they're all crying in front of their fathers, and they see the one black guy in front of O.J. Simpson. He's just
O.J. Simpson, right?
He's like, no.
That's great. I don't know. I after seeing the trailer, I'm hopefully I'm optimistic. I'm gonna remain optimistic with that one. MacFarlane makes good movies. Listen, the Ted movies are good. You can't say they're not good. They're funny.
When does Naked Gun even come out?
This year? Later this year? Is it?
Yeah, for sure.
I hope to see it. I really, I don't think he will, but I really hope they do something.
It says August 1st, 25.
He's got to go back and get his daughter. If they just do a movie, made-for-TV movie, where he goes back and gets his daughter, then I'll be great. You know? Because I don't know if you watched the end of the Orville.
Disney won't let it happen.
That's the main plot thread that they left for another season. So he just needs to go back there and get her.
And I see Pamela Anderson's in it too. Okay, it's funny. She's good.
Spaceballs 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rumor has it that
crawl was amazing. Did you see that crawl for that trailer? That was one of the most
rumor has it that he got Rick Moranis back.
Yeah, oh, he did.
He did.
Definitely
He
did.
did.
It's confirmed he's in it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Deadline confirmed it. Deadline confirmed it, and Rick Moranis said, "Yeah, I'm doing it." Yep.
Ghostbusters couldn't do it. Ghostbusters couldn't do it, but Mel Brooks did.
Yep.
That's awesome.
By the
Yeah,
way,
why didn't they bring him back in Ghostbusters? They had no reason not to.
He didn't want it. He didn't want to.
Yeah.
He was done.
He kind of stepped away from Hollywood though too, right? He's done acting, isn't
Yeah.
he?
He's kind of like the Avery Brooks of his era.
Oh, I get it.
He was done with
cerebral
acting completely.
He's in his own world. Okay, I understand.
Yeah. But unlike Avery Brooks, sounds like he's coming back to a beloved character.
Now, supposedly, I
true.
saw that Tim Russ is also confirmed.
Yeah, why not? There's no
I
reason
think that
not
was
to bring
just
him.
You know what, Jeff? That might have been just a meme somebody made. I don't know if it's actually like.
No, he
Rick
posted
Moranis is
something.
actually coming back.
Oh, I don't know about Rick Moranis, but didn't Tim Russ post something that he can't talk about it? But something he alluded to the fact that he would probably be in it. Now he could be fishing for the job. Mel Brooks maybe didn't even reach out to him yet, but maybe his agent's
probably
going to reach
fishing.
out to him and say, "Listen, hey, can you get back into it? Because
you gotta have this guy come in the desert.
we ain't found shit. We still ain't found shit."
You can't make a sequel. You can't make a sequel unless you have him come in the desert. It's just not possible.
Watch him come back as Tuvok.
Oh, that would be great. Oh, that would be hilarious, right?
By
That's
the way,
funny.
did you guys ever
We have
see,
failed to find any kind of anything that resembles excrement on this planet.
did you guys ever see a strange movie called Last Action Hero, which kind of had this weird?
Mm-hmm.
That was a
I
really,
try to forget that movie. One of
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger's worst.
but it had some funny aspects to it that were kind of satirical, right?
Man,
Like,
those are just not the best. Not one of Schwarzenegger's best. Speaking of Schwarzenegger's best, have you guys seen Fubar yet?
No.
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
It's actually pretty decent. I'm halfway through season 1 already. It's on Netflix.
I think Stallone has had a bigger resurgence in his career than Schwarzenegger has.
Yeah, hit series on Paramount Plus, by the way. The Tulsa King. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Stallone
Probably got
had,
real better numbers than SNW.
So it's got real good real numbers, not fake
by the way, Stallone
fake views.
is actually a really good writer. One time I checked, I was on Amazon, and they had like a sample from the novelization for Rocky 2, right? Which is the sequel to Rocky. And he wrote it.
Remake.
And I just read the opening chapter, and you feel like you're in the ring when you're reading it. It was amazing. Just the way he wrote it.
Stallone is underrated as a director and as a writer.
Yeah,
He's really talented in a lot of things.
That's what I'm getting at. He's
Yeah.
a super talented dude. And like I said, this is a novelization, which usually novelizations tend to suck for a sequel movie. And I'm reading just the introduction, and I felt like I was there, even more so than the movie. It was great. It was.
Professor's going to say something, though. I think
Sorry.
we jumped over him.
Sorry.
Yeah, Paramount has bots watching SNW.
I'm sorry, Paramount has... I didn't hear what you said. Paramount has what?
They have bots
watching.
So bots,
SNW.
do you mean like millions of viewers, real people around the world watching? Is that bots?
No.
Are not
Oh, I'm
bots.
sorry.
No.
Oh, I thought bots meant really enthused fans that are watching the shows around the world every day.
You wish.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
That's why you
Understood.
haven't been getting paid from Paramount lately, because all those numbers are fake.
They're fake.
All
It's a fake.
As you go back out to your mailbox and scream in the pale moonlight that there is no paycheck for you.
It's a fake.
This contract is a fake. Just like a couple of people's victories in the trivia games are all fake.
It's a fake.
They're called fake.
Shake and bake.
You know, one thing from the JJ movies, I'd like to see if they made another one, is Jayla. I liked her.
I thought you were about to say Janeway for a second.
No, Jayla. She had like the white.
JJ version of Janeway, played by Kerry Russell.
She had like the white skin. She was like crazy
she was a
athletic.
good character.
Yeah,
Hey guys, I gotta go. I gotta go back to work. I'm on duty.
All right, man. Be good.
Thanks for joining us.
Take care.
Talk to you guys later.
Good to
Thanks
see
for having me.
you.
The one thing I
See you
liked about her.
guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks. One thing I liked about her is that she just seemed fun to be around. She was just fun to watch. There was nothing deep about the character. Just a fun character to I don't know how to describe it. It's fun to be around.
They're calling it Star Trek IV New Horizon. That's what they're supposedly calling it right now.
Didn't they call Orville that? Isn't that what Orville?
I'm just telling you what's leaking out right now. And I don't know how they can call it Star Trek 4 either, because we already have a Star Trek 4. Right, The Voyage Home. But I don't know.
Well, that's a great movie. I've seen that movie.
You've seen that one before? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. I think I've seen it. I might have to watch it again. It's been a while.
It says Chris Pine, Zoe Saldana, returning cast, etc., etc. It's been 8 years since the last Star Trek movie, Star Trek Beyond.
When is it coming out?
Well, it's greenlit. They're still, it's in pre-production right now.
So Pine agreed to a lower salary to do this movie?
I don't know about that.
Because that was the whole sticking point. It was his salary. He wasn't going to do it for. He wanted to get paid some moolah to do
Well,
another.
he's become a big star. You can't.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's why they never made it. Because he never.
And until they actually have the stars actually filming, I'm not going to buy it.
It's all pre-production nonsense.
You want to see it. You want to see a trailer to know that it's even happening.
They don't have to do a trailer. I just need to know that the actors are actually on set filming or on location.
Yeah.
It says it's not a musical. It's not officially titled New Horizon, but that's what they're calling it. Exact release date sometime remains unconfirmed. It's the 4th in the Kelvin timeline.
I hope it's not a musical, dude.
It could be a musical. Yeah, could be a musical. It says the current script by Steve Yockey is being described as the final chapter of the Kelvin timeline series, quote unquote.
Really? Are people waiting for this? Is this something people wanted to see?
I don't know.
Probably as many people who want to see the next season of Strange New Worlds.
Most people have probably forgotten that trilogy of movies that aren't Star Trek fans.
But there's got to be someone at the head of Paramount, because I know there's two different divisions. You got Paramount Television and Paramount Movies, and the 25% difference and all that. But there's got to be someone at the top that says, guys, we don't want to confuse our fans here. You got Kirk and Spock over here. We got another. You want to bring the Kirk and Spock back over here? Like, I know what you're saying, but there's got to be someone at the top that's got to have some sense and say, what are we doing here? You know?
Someone at the top of
yeah.
That's good.
That's rich, huh?
Good,
you like that?
That's a good joke. I like it.
That's a good one. I'm glad it could amuse you. I don't know. I'm just saying. Although I like Pine. I think he did a really good job as Kirk. I like they did a great job casting those movies. You have to give him that. I
think he did a nice job in Beyond.
Yeah.
He felt reasonably like Captain Kirk.
Like Captain Kirk in that movie. I have to watch it again.
I love that opening captain's log he does. He really nailed it. When he's talking about life on the ship. It was a very long captain's log, but it was like a montage scene. It was very good. I love that scene. In fact, yeah, I'm going to watch it on Blu-ray, I think, tomorrow. By the way, my brother and I we're both big movie buffs. I was just on a not Star Trek note, but I said, I think the guy that did the best performance in a movie with only one line was the guy in Goodfellas that said, "I got to get the papers, get the papers."
Oh yeah, 2-time. What's his name?
Jimmy. Was it Jimmy? Was it Jimmy?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's about right.
he had one line and he just killed it so good. He should have won an award for it. Got to get the papers. Get the papers. I love Goodfellas. My dad was big into gangster movies, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually watch them myself. And I'm not really into gangster movies, but I still love that one. Gangster movies, I respect them. I think they take a lot of talent to make. I'm just not. It's not my favorite topic, but they're good movies. It's so many good movies, and I happen to love Goodfellas. Get the papers. Get the papers. Apparently, they didn't want to cast. Who's the guy that played the main character?
They're still talking about Hemsworth too. I'm just reading a little bit and listening to a video
Oh,
here.
it's still going to be the timeline.
That's what they're talking
They're
about.
still going to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I don't think they can afford Hemsworth now.
Can you imagine the budget of this one? You bring Hemsworth and Pine and the rest of them. Even what's his name? The guy who played Spock. He's doing some things now. And
Did you see that
Carl Urban?
Did you see that Dungeons and Dragons movie that Pine made? That was really funny.
No, I didn't see that one.
Oh, you should watch it. I have it if you ever want to watch it. It's actually really witty. It's especially if you don't have to have played the game, but if you have, you get more out of it. But even if you know that it's a game and you watch the movie, you'll get something out of it. It's a funny movie.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna have to go. I think I'm gonna have to turn in.
Rest for time.
I'm pressed for sleep. Yeah.
You seem unsettled.
I'm very much unsettled. No, I just want to say thank you guys for welcoming me at this. I really am glad I'm going to be able to hang out with you guys this summer.
Good.
It's going to be a huge help. Like I said, it might not be. There might be a Voyager session I might miss because I'm not feeling well. I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm really just happy to be invited.
We don't want to do it without you.
Indeed.
Yeah.
That's true.
No, thank you guys. That means a lot. It really does.
And Squirrel Girl likes the topics that you bring up, and she wonders if you're good at chess.
Am I good at chess? I used to teach a chess class, but I'm a better teacher than I am a player, especially since I haven't played in so long. So it's really frustrating for me to come up with a strategy. I'd have to get back into it. I love it though, and I also love backgammon and Stratego. I don't know if you remember Stratego.
I like Stratego.
Oh, yeah.
It's with the board game with the plastic pieces on them, and you move the
The flag. It's like you don't know where they're. It's kind of like what Kirk said when he's doing the Corva maneuver, and he's like, "It's not chess, Spock. It's poker."
Ah, yes.
Because in Stratego, you kind of have to see how there's that poker face you need to have to see what your opponent might be doing, because you don't know what piece he might be using. Yeah,
I used to like Shoots and Ladders was good. Candyland, remember those two? Those were always
Clue
fun.
was good. Clue was good.
Clue was great. Yeah.
Did you guys ever play Magic the Gathering?
With the cards? No.
Yeah. I played that
I'd
for
say I did.
quite a few years. Yeah, I played that for quite a few years. I won't play it anymore, but But what I liked about it was, just like we're doing here, like when we're playing Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune, it's really just a good excuse to chat, to get together. That's the main reason. The game itself is cool, but it's just a good excuse to hang out. And that's why I played Magic, because all my friends played, and it was just something to do while we're getting together. It's just like, what are we going to do when we get together? Let's throw down a game of cards. So.
Right?
Yeah, it was fun. Anyway, I'm off to bed. What time? Do you guys any know what time it is?
Since you're pressed for time, it's 12:03.
12:03. I'm gonna play Wordle and I'm gonna go to bed.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you, Squirrel Girl.
Wow.
Thank you. I saw your message. Topic to topic, going from topic to topic, going from one unbroken sentence, going from topic to topic, and you never pauses, so you have no way of interrupting.
It was quite hypnotic.
Indeed.
Dude, that episode had some freaky stuff in it. Just really crazy. Like nobody was acting good in that episode. Like all the performances were terrible, and the images were freaky, and it was still a great episode. That's the thing about TNG is that even when they're doing bad performances, it's still good. Yeah. All right, guys. Good night.
Good night,
Take care.
Mercer. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Good night, Omni. I'll talk to you
I'll
soon.
see you, man.
Yep. Maybe in the next couple of days we can watch something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm always going to do something. We're gonna figure it out.
Cool.
I'm not tied up with important business.
All right. Good night, guys.
Damage
Good night,
control.
Don. Good night, Professor.
Damage control.
Yeah, sorry. I was watching most of Wheel of Fortune last night, but I had so much to do before my brother got here that I could not play. I just couldn't.
Understandable.
Yeah, but I was watching most of it.
Good.
All right. Good night.
Catch you later.
Good night.
Before I start wrapping it up here, too, I just want to check, Professor, if Babylon 5 is still on for this week.
As far as I'm aware, yes, it is. That'll
Which
be
episode is
Tuesday
it?
Night. Exogenesis.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yep. Season 3, episode 7, I believe. Now it's going to be Tuesday night on Life with Matthew's channel at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central Matthew time.
I hope his jury rig holds together long enough to get through the episode.
Yes.
He should do a video on that jury rig, like holding a camera and just showing all the wires going around his room. I'd love to see that.
Indeed, that would be nice. I want to thank everyone again for joining us tonight. We had some fun games and fun chat, and we look forward to seeing you back next week at our usual time for the next episode of Jeopardy. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, all.
Take
Justice
care.
for David.
You're right.